There we go, live. Now to throw out all the things. You know, as we do here, at the very moment, every time, consistently, you will never see a time where I forget to put anything out for people to look at. Never, ever, ever. Hello. Good evening. Good evening out there. Welcome back to TableTalk, discussion and discourse. I, as always, am your host, Alejo, aka Radon95. I'm noticing a lot of frame drops, and that is concerning. Hello. Let me figure out what that's all about. Right here, right now, live for you, loyal, lovely viewer. For you. What if I turn my bitrate down? Will this help? Who knows? Hello, Funky. Hello, Mongoose. Hello, On. Saw the title of the stream and about scream with joy. That's very good. I'm glad. Everyone should be happy for one of these. What you shouldn't be happy about is the fact that everything seems to be breaking on my end. And I'm trying to find out why. Why is everything not good in the bitrate department? It's cool. I've got a little while before the other two join us. So really, this is the perfect time for technical difficulties. If you can hear me, which I very much hope you can, you know, I hope you're doing well. I do. Am I gonna have to turn this down to? No, it's going up. Oh, I wonder actually. I wonder if you can hear you fine. Very good. I'm wondering if this is something with my internet again, and by that I mean my router specifically. Let me go and check that really quick here. We might go offline for a second. If we do, and by a second I mean, you know, a couple of minutes. It's not my fault. It is my fault. It's not my fault. I have to figure out how to relog into my thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Please. Hey. Nope. Awesome. That sucks. Okay. Good. Bitrate is fucking dying. Very cool. Oh, so good. Hang on. We might get 2 streams today? Ooh! That's right. That is it. You caught me. Hello, JR Sonic. How are you doing? I see there's a message retracted in there. I wish I knew what it said. I'll have to go back in the video and look at it myself. Yeah, OBS is fucking dying. So this is very cool. So I apologize for all of the frame drops that you might be noticing. If you're not, then that's good. What is No, speed test. I need to do a speed test really quick here. Download is fine. Download is super, in fact. It's the upload. The upload is my issue. Playing Tetris right now? Dude, Tetris is great. Yeah, upload is being throttled, and I don't know why. Alright, everyone. Give me a second here. I'm gonna go shut off my my internet and turn it back on. You're gonna be without me for 10... like a couple of minutes. Hold on. So, I'm not going to shut off my internet because I found the problem. My sister is in fact using the internet right now to upload a final project. And if I shut the internet off, well, that's not going to help anyone, is it? I thought I had my QoS set so that this wouldn't happen. Hey! Why am I doing the showman voice? Because I'm in a pickle and feeling very, very self-conscious, in a way. Anxious, really. I'm sorry you feel so alone. I'm back for you. Hello. So, basically, my original plan here was to waffle about for half an hour, and then, and then my co-hosts would be here. So, hello everyone in chat. Please, let's talk. Let's have a conversation, huh? I hope... I know I was already saying, how are you doing and all that shit. We don't get 2 streams? No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to have disappointed you and everyone in the world. But 2 streams is just not going to be possible today. Damn it. I know. I'm sorry. But the stream will be better in 22 minutes. So that's pretty great. 217,502 score in Tetris. Dude, that's sick. That's actually awesome. Good job. I like Tetris a lot. I don't know, like Tetris theme fucking slaps. It's so good. I use it as an alarm because it gets me fucking up and out of bed and riled up and ready to go, you know? And I have a remix of it that I found on OC Remixes Way the Fuck Back. And it's great. Anyway, so mind you, I wouldn't be opposed to any of you that are out there that need to do something for like a half an hour and like leave and come back. You're fine too. But I'm just gonna be talking a bit about future, about channel, about some other stuff while we're sitting here, while we're waiting. So let me just also message the boys real quick. Internet is dying for 22 minutes because my sister is uploading a final project and I wanna die. There we go. Okay, so you might see the Discord thing pop up in a minute here, but so first off, hey, this is episode 101. Isn't that sick? I'm glad that we're all gonna be learning something today. It's gonna be fantastic. I used to have the Tetris music as my alarm as well, and then my brother hated me in Tetris because I'd just sleep through it. That sucks. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that I've trained myself to now be more awake when I hear it, which is great. Successfully removed a cat from a curtain, so here I am now. Awesome. Hey Lux, how are you doing? Welcome to the half hour of us hanging out so that my internet will come back and be okay because of an upload that's happening. Exciting. Okay, so hello. My brain can't stop saying hello. I have like 3 hours till I have school. I can finally finish your streams. Nice. So something future stuff. Hoping to, in the future here, have a place to live that is secluded, quote unquote, away from the family. In fact, hoping to be in an apartment with one of my good friends. And we're going to hopefully, as soon as possible, potentially, move over there and have good internet and stuff. And I won't have to deal with this, this uploading it exactly when I'm streaming. Hopefully, well, I don't know how long it would take for them to move the internet from here to there. That's another thing. Costs of that and shit. There's a lot of things happening in the background here. But with the coming of being in a new place, I'm hoping to get a few more streams and stuff going. I'm hoping to have a little bit more time that I can dedicate to TableTalk and also my personal stuff that I want to do. There's a couple of videos that I actually really need to make. Well, one of them that I've recorded with Brogan, aka No Not Ones, and I have yet to put it together and like put it out there. But there's also we were talking about it before. It's been a while, and if you don't remember, because we were briefly mentioning an idea or at least a teaser of a video that was going to be coming at some point. I have ideas for how I want to construct it, and it's something that has to do with TTRPGs, and I want to put it up here on this channel so that you guys can see it. It won't be too long, and hopefully I can actually sit down and do shit, and get it to be, at least somewhat quality. We'll see. I'm not good at editing. I can't say that word. I'm not good at it, but I try, so we'll see how it goes, and you will see it in your feed, hopefully. Speaking of your feeds, we are past 600 subscribers, which is awesome. I don't know if we've talked about it. I actually can't remember if I've mentioned it, but I've known it for a while. I think it was even before we did stream 100, or episode 100, and that's sick. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Now I want to let him say hello there whenever he pauses a video. True. Yeah, I should. You're right. But yeah, so thank you for the congratulations. Obviously it's, you know, it's another milestone, which is great. Hopefully we can get up to 1,000 at some point soon. This isn't one of those calling for people to subscribe right now things that happens in the beginning of videos. It's already been 13 minutes. Plenty of people have already clicked off. But thank you to all of you who've been around and all that stuff, and you know, watch the streams and watch the VODs and stuff. The last one, episode 100 actually has done the best that any of ours have done for a while, which is great. Surprisingly enough, not seen a lot of people like giving us comments that are against what we're saying, or dislikes, you know. As far as I'm aware, actually, let me go check that again, because I would be able to see those, would I not? YouTube would. No, okay, yeah, nobody's disliked it either, which is interesting to me, right? Because 4E is one of those very decisive topics. Don't know, as a shield now. I hate myself. But 4E is one of those decisive, or not decisive. One of those topics that causes a lot of people to pick a side, right? Decisive isn't the right word. Maybe no, that's not right either. Anyway, you get what I mean. So I was very much I was very much figuring that people who actually do watch it, if they do, would take issue with it and not actually like divisive. That's the word. Did I say that before? I don't know anymore. I can't think. But I was thinking that more people would just watch it and give us a a dislike and not even say a comment or anything, or leave a comment and just that's it, and say like, fuck you, right? Which I'm hoping for in the future, because that would just be funny, and I'd just compile them a bit and have a nice little thing. But it's great that what we do here, divisive. It's great that what we do here is something that I hope continues to garner this kind of response of like actual like discussion and shit, right? Because it's just it's so good to see everybody wanting to take part and actually like talking and shit instead of yelling at each other and not giving any reasoning. You can yell at each other, that's fine, but you gotta give reasoning. Saw the stream title, Time to Fire Up the Meme Machine. Oh, hi, by the way. Hey, Draco Kraken. Welcome to the, now, hopefully, like 15 to 20 more minutes of me just saying words until my internet gets better so that we can actually watch the video soon. It's gonna be a great time. How are you doing? To be honest, I can't say anything negative or informative because I don't know what you guys are talking about because I have a minimum of 1 brain cell. No. Don't worry about not like if you don't comment on stuff and all that kind of shit, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, I just hope that you've enjoyed our words, I hope you've enjoyed our company in these trying times, of course, these times that are trying. No, but legitimately, I hope that you just are entertained by us talking about videos and shit, right? And having ideas and all that kind of stuff. And I hope that it at least like motivates some creativity and all that kind of shit, and more critical thought. I don't know. That's the hope for the show. I guess you could tell them about the add-on that shows dislikes in the video description if you want to encourage people to leave dislikes on your videos. If people don't already know about it, like at this point, I don't understand. Because well, so that's not fair, I guess. What I mean to say is, if they didn't watch the show, right, and they didn't actually like pay attention or anything, and they didn't catch that we were talking about it, we've talked about it before that episode, in fact. It came out pretty soon after they took away the dislike bar, which is hilarious because it's literally just there, but they've just removed the little bit of it, right? It's still there. The code for it apparently is so simple, which is funny. But hey, if you're out there and you don't know about it, I guess, go get the dislike extension on whatever browser you have, because most of them have them, except for Opera. I've been using Opera lately, and there's no extension on there to give you the dislike button. Like, looks, stats, whatever. I don't know what that's about, but hey, man, what the hell? Anyway, hey guys, are you guys gonna watch the new Sonic movie? I will. It's gonna be, I hope that it's entertaining. That's really all I want, I don't know. Idris Elba being the voice of Knuckles is strange to me. But it's fine, I guess. Tails sounds like Tails, which is weird. Sonic is that guy. I've not been a huge fan of the voice that they chose, but it's fine, Overall, I would say that the Sonic movie, the first one, was fine. Like, it has issues in the sense of so many things that I could give you of like, why does Sonic not do the thing that Sonic can do, which is run really fast? But overall, I think it's not worth being like it's not worth my time to really get into like super hard, you know. I think it's fine. Hey, a little delay could be worse. You could have had to buy a Shadow Seer and a Death Jester for a kill team. And you hadn't even gotten to play it once before GW changed the rules. Thanks, GW. Dude, I still haven't played a game of like actual game in real life of 40k, which I'm hoping to at some point. Now that I'll have hopefully if we get the place, because I have a table that's big enough for a whole fucking game, like a proper fucking game, right? So I hope it's great, and kill team too. Like the table that I have is gonna be great to actually play with, play on, and also paint on. I think. Anyway, Opera GX is a thing. That is true. Opera GX is a thing, and everybody talks about it and is sponsored by it. But we are not, and even if we were, I would still say what I'm saying about it. It's fine. I kind of like it for a couple of different reasons. But if they want me to talk about those reasons, then they gotta pay us. But I also will still say that I think that some of the extensions that are available, like there should be more, and that's not a thing of Opera's. I think that's just the in general people making extensions. I think. I haven't used many of the features, so I don't know how it is for like the VPN and stuff. No idea. The first Sonic movie was the last movie I saw in the theater before lockdown, so I've been awaiting the next one pretty intensely. That's fair. Yeah, I saw it in theaters actually as well. I think it was for me as well, the last movie that I saw in theaters before the lockdown. Yeah. Wow. Interesting. It's not like it wasn't like horrible, but it also just there's a lot of things that don't make sense, you know? I saw the Batman, by the way. If anybody is interested in that at all, I would recommend it actually very highly. It's very good. A couple of things I've only watched it once, so I don't know if it's entirely consistent. Because I was kind of watching it for the spectacle, but I did see a couple of things logistically that seemed a little off. People moving into places that I don't know if they should have or if they had consequences should have happened. But overall, good movie. Really good, actually. Also, I got a 360 Xbox controller as my technically first controller. Nice. Are you going to use it on your PC? Because that's the only reason why I have an Xbox controller. I do have an Xbox One, but that's because my friend gave it to me because he was getting the new one. And I just use the controller as my Xbox controller for my games. It's really good. I like the Xbox controller. I haven't held a PlayStation controller in a long time. I should. I really need to play through Sly again. And like Spyro again. Well, I have Spyro technically on here, but whatever. Yes, good. Nice. Man, okay, I'm gonna gush for a second because what am I gonna do here, right? I'm talking to you guys about stuff. We're just chilling. If you're still like in the future or now listening to this, well, you're gonna hear many things, and I hope you're having a great day, /night, /middle of the day, /early morning. So, I miss Sly Cooper. Did anybody else grow up playing Sly Cooper? I know Boo did, and he's like one of the only other people that I know who did. But Boo is like also a huge fan of Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, Sly 2, Band of Thieves, and Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. And of course, technically Sly 4, something about time. I actually don't remember. It's been a minute. But it's my least favorite. No, but I saw it. What actually happened to it was a good series. Oh yeah, I know. Yo, yeah, I remember playing one of them when I was young. Okay, so was it the one where you collected a bunch of things, where there were coins everywhere and you had very linear levels and shit, and they had a hub world kind of, but and it was like a way, like the camera was far back a lot of the time, and it was only Sly, because that was Sly 1. Sly 2 was when you had multiple characters. Where is my phone? Sorry, I need to. Where did I put it? I don't know where it went. Oh my god. I need it. It's next to me. I'm so dumb. Hello. Sorry, I just saw it. There's a message that I need to look at. Sly 2. Sly 2 has Bentley and Murray that are playable. Technically, they're playable in Sly 1. Didn't play it, but I saw Boo LP it. Fuck yeah, dude. God, I streamed all 3 of those games. Those were so fun. So hello. So let me just gush about these really quick. The Sly Cooper series did the early 2000s everything is becoming GTA thing right. Okay? And I want everybody to remember this for the rest of time and how absolutely amazing it is. So, Sly 1 was a collectathon, first and foremost. And I love collectathons, okay? I love collecting shit. It's in my blood for some reason. Mostly because when I was a child, I played a lot of collectathons and it just stuck. So, and then with Sly 2, you know how the GTA era kind of came out and Jack and Daxter became Jack 2, which was edgy and all that kind of shit, right? Whereas Sly 1 to Sly 2 had the open world aspect, had the missions aspect, but it all made sense. It all worked really well. I don't like Jack 2. Oh, man. It's so good, and then all the powers and stuff that you can get by making the money by stealing shit from the guys, the guards that are just all over the place, and making the collectibles, the mystery bottles that you would get in every level to open the safes. That doesn't sound right. So the safes in the at the end of levels in Sly 1, they made it so that was your thing that you got all around the fucking map. Man, it's so good. I love those games. Except for 4. 4 is okay. Man, good times. So what made you guys make TableTalk? Okay. You want to know the story? Here's the story. I think I talked about this. Maybe I talked about this on the last episode. I don't actually remember. But I'll tell you the entirety of the full story of TableTalk and how it came about. So, one day, I went onto my computer. This computer. No, actually the computer before this one, technically. I went onto youtube.com, the place that you are all at right now, listening to this live. Or in the future, listening to this post live. And I went on to, what video was it? Oh, there's so many of them. I don't remember what video specifically it was, but I watched a lot more D&D content on my own back then. Because I was like, I like D&D. D&D is fun. What do these people have to say about D&D? And so, I watched a video, and I was like, wait, why are you saying this stuff so much that you're trying to convince me that what you're saying is correct, when this is all very much for you, you know, like you think it's this way because this is how it works for you. And also, when you do try to make criticisms, they don't work because you're not really going from a place of like the rules and the mechanics and stuff. You're just kind of saying these things because this is how you feel. Wait a minute. Why? Why are you doing it? And then I started noticing it more and more. Okay? Now, I had noticed this in many a video on, like, analysis of films and TV shows and shit like that, right? Media in general. And I was like, yeah, I like this. I get behind, people talking about why they find something, engaging / the objectiveness of their criticisms and shit, and how they both use that and how they feel about it to really get you to understand, like, how these things are, right? And I was like, so why can't we do that more here in this kind of thing? And, of course, at the time, I was very, very passionate, and I still am, very, very passionate about D&D. I'm passionate now, but I'm more passionate about TTRPGs in general, I would say, than I am about D&D specifically. But back then, it was mostly D&D. And I, in fact, floated this idea to Brogan, aka No Net Ones. I floated it to him first, I think. And no, that's not true. Sorry. No, I'm slightly off. I floated it to both Aiden and Boo before Brogan, but I then floated it to Brogan, and he said he wasn't sure if he wanted to do something like that. But Aiden and Boo were like, yeah, let's do it. That sounds fun, right? And so the show was basically born that way. And I used to do a lot more watching of the videos beforehand. But it was literally, that first episode was the first time we ever tried it, and it worked out, I think, pretty well. I wish, unfortunately, as is with everything, technical difficulties did happen, of course, as they always do. And quite literally, it didn't record like the first 30 minutes of us talking and shit. Quite literally did not do it. The first 30 minutes, and they're lost. They're lost to time. But man, that, if you ever hear us talking about the can opening bit in any of the old stuff or anything from here, the can opening bit was fantastic. It's gone. It's never going to come back. Well, that's not true. It might come back. We might do it again at some point, but the can opening bit for that first episode, where it loud can opening in the mic, and basically not paying attention to me when I was introing the show. It was so funny. It was so funny, and it's gone. I miss it so. What you could have had. A flawless recording of the first episode. You just sans those first 30 minutes, unfortunately. But yeah, that's basically how TableTalk came about. I had this need and obsession to start talking about D&D and actually look at these videos like more critically and call them out when they don't do things well. That was the entirety of it. I had this obsession, and so I said, hey friends, I'm going to rope you in. Let's do a show. And they said yes. And thus the show has been going on for over 2 years. The frames are still dropping, by the way. I'm very upset. I'm hoping that it stops soon. If it doesn't stop in the next 10 minutes, then I'll figure out something with the internet. And then you might get 2 streams. But, yeah. I wouldn't have found TableTalk if I didn't want to pirate Pokemon Ruby. Well, there you go. That's a strange course to take to get here, but I appreciate you being here, regardless of that.
It's so interesting. Yeah, this has been story time with Uncle Alejo. That's true. I do these on occasion. I like to talk. If that's not evident, I like to talk a lot. So I'm always down to just say words about things and tell you exactly like what I'm thinking about and all that kind of shit. That's why I streamed before and want to get back to streaming, like solo streaming and stuff, like I used to. Um, which I'm glad that Table Talk has been another way to do that. But this has been a more focused thing, right? Whereas my streaming was always and has always been very scatterbrained in a way. I mean, it is called Table Talk. That is true. Man, so many things have that name, and it makes me so upset. Dude, I tried very hard to get in touch with the person who owned Table Talk D&D on Twitter. They never replied to me. Table Talk is also a YouTube thing already. And there are many things that have Table Talk as like a subtitle and shit. Which is why we're Table Talk Discussion and Discourse. That way we're legally distinct and also our own thing. There's even like a pie brand that is Table Talk, which is great, by the way. They're like mini, $1 pies, but fuck it, it's pie, They're really good. If I need a pie stat, I'm gonna go get a Table Talk pie. uh, I know it's not the most original name, and that's fine, but what's your favorite game? Or are we talking like board game, video game, tabletop, RPG game? Because I could try to answer all three of those. I'm not. Okay. Oh God. So my favorite game would then imply that I would play it all the time, right? Oh God. Yes. Okay. Good. Yes. Exactly. That's the correct answer. So my favorite game. Let's go video game first, because this is going to be the hardest one for me because I love a lot of them and I have too many. Um, Dude, my friend's channel for Warhammer stuff is called Nightfire Gaming, and that is impossible to just stumble on. Shout out already! Nightfire Gaming. I'm gonna go look at it right now while I'm thinking about this other question that I saw. Nightfire Gaming. Oh my god. Only 488 subscribers? Yo, if you like Warhammer, you should go and see if you like the content. That's a lot of views! Good job. Holy shit. Holy shit. Anyway, cool. I'll save this for later, 'cause I might look into this. Anyway, so so yeah, favorite video game is hard because I like a lot of games, and I like the series a lot. Like, they're my favorite series of games, if you will. So I'll go through a few of them. The original Spyro trilogy is one of my favorite game series of all time. It's been with me since my childhood. I still have my original copies for my PS1. It means a lot to me, and I used to play it every year. All three of those games every year. I can finish I think one in like 4 hours if I do everything pretty well. Maybe more. Maybe like 6 hours, I don't know. But it means a lot to me just because I grew up with it, and I think they're still fantastic. I don't think I mean, obviously they're a little flawed, right? Because it's a PS1 game. So and the remake, by the way, the remake is fine. It doesn't give me the same feelings. because a few things seem to not work correctly. At least when I tried to do them. And they also took away some of the jankiness of the PS1 that you could use to your advantage a little bit. Like, if you fly into something, sometimes, if you fly into something in the PS1 version, you would continue to fly, and then you could hover afterwards in Spyro 2 and Spyro 3. You could hover afterwards and be okay. And sometimes you could finagle Spyro 1 into having when you're gliding, sometimes you can finagle it so that if you hit a wall, you can kind of bump over certain things. That's kind of fun. Obviously they're not, it's not like a big thing, right? It's not a big like sticking point that you can't do that in the new ones. In the remake, it's fine. My main issue is that at least in Spyro 2 and 3, when you do the hover if you don't know Spyro at all, this is going to sound just like I don't know. But if you try to hover after you glide in Spyro 2 and 3 remakes, it seems slightly off. Like, when I hit the button is not when I'm going to hover, so I fall a lot more. Whereas in Spyro 2 and 3 original, I wouldn't fall as much. So sometimes it causes me to fall to my death, and I'm like, that doesn't feel right, you know? And I know I'm talking about feelings, but this is more of a game feel, which is it's weirder to say and to go with. Anyway, so that those games are some of my favorites. So the Sly Cooper original trilogy is also one of those series, one of my favorites. I had all the Crash games, but I had Crash 3, Crash Bandicoot Warped, if you will. And I had Crash Bash and CTR, Crash Team Racing. Crash Team Racing is my favorite racing game. And my favorite Crash game, I think. Oh, by the way, the stream has been green for a little while. Also, Aiden's here. Well, I'll continue saying stuff in a sec. Hello!
Howard.
I know, I'm sorry. You got here just in time. My internet stopped dying.
You know, my internet dies all the time, but that's the thing. I guide people toward a treasure which I cannot possess.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you and your guidance.
Are we live?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I've just been talking.
Sick.
Yeah.
By the way.
Okay.
Alejo.
Hello.
Thank you for the book, by the way.
I'm
not entirely sure why you signed the inside, but thank you anyway.
Right, of course. Yeah. I figured you'd need something to remember me by when I'm gone.
Yes. Or to remember you by when I'm gone. Because I saw it was addressed to me, so clearly it was meant for me.
Clearly, yes.
I'm gonna copy Linkus.
Mm-hmm.
Going paste Linkus.
JR Sonic says hello. First off.
Hello, JR Sonic.
And then Con says, hello, I am your second host. That's right.
That's the wrong link. I put the link to the chat.
By the way, go into the chat, friends. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Also, Mongoose says hi, Aiden.
Hello, greetings. Mongoose, how was your day?
I
don't care about everyone else. How was your day?
That's right. And yes, Draco Kraken, Crash Bash was fun. I have so many fond memories of that. Like with my dad, actually. Long ago. Back long ago. Alright, Garibay, let's go. Yes, Rules Lawyer.
Dude,
we'll get there.
I am so hyped. I have enchiladas, chips, chili con queso, black bean and corn salsa.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I actually had some black bean and corn salsa not too long ago.
It is so good.
That was my dinner. um, Lex says, before the Q&A ends, sacrificing Yoshi to jump over a pit, for or against? 4, 100%. I'm a horrible human being. Yeah. That lizard needs to die. I know it's a dinosaur.
Yoshis don't deserve human rights. You can kill them for pleasure.
That's right. Yoshi's Island is a really good game, though. It's really good. Anyway.
I've never actually played it.
Oh, I'd highly suggest getting a very legal copy from the seas and playing it.
Yeah, legal. That's what I'll do.
Yep. I made mac and cheese, says Mongoose. Nice. Mac and cheese is good. Do you guys know what a Jollibee is? Jollibee. I mean, it sounds familiar.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, I think I might know. If I see
isn't it like a brand of ice cream?
It's a fast food restaurant.
Oh.
I knew of it, but I've not been to one. So. Maybe he'll talk about playing D&D as a simulator to stop the war in Ukraine. That's right. He could.
Oh,
he could.
Dude, no, that's the treat about Garibay is anything is on the table.
Yeah, but this is unfortunately far before then. So maybe he won't give us the keys to the kingdom, if you will. Well, I think I've done enough waffling. If you guys want to know,
he will predict though how to stop it from happening before it happens.
True, that's true. And honestly, I think we should all listen. Their spaghetti is godlike. Okay, if I'm ever near a Jollibee, I'll let you know how the spaghetti was. So I've done enough waffling. If you guys want to know more answers to questions, again, fucking ask me later. I'm gonna go home after this.
Don't be afraid to ask. We'll see it very quickly if it has a dollar amount.
I hate that. I hate that so much. Jollibee is a Filipino-American fast food chain. I didn't know it was Filipino-American. That's neat. Huh. Okay. Anyway, so let us move on to the topic of today. Unfortunately, Boo will miss the beginning of it a little bit, but really, he'll know it in his heart. You're Filipino? Nice, cool. Welcome to Garibay, gentlemen. I will not lie. The chances of your survival are small. Some may even turn against your friends as dungeon gooders, but you have my word that I will use my arcane gifts to ensure your bodies are given unto Mercer's gardens. This is the greatest reward. More than even a house, for the fate of your soul is an eternal concern. Now come, follow me, strike down the filthy casuals that rise against us. Allow me to master these 10 skills. I ask not for my own selfish studies, but for the good of the Empire.
Amen.
Well said. Well said.
Who said that?
That was Lux.
Well done, Lux.
Good job.
I appreciate that.
So, my friend Aiden, you are the one
in the watch together.
You are the one that is here, so you will be the one that picks for us today.
Ooh.
We have 8 choices, remember, because this is number 3 of our readings of the 10 bullet points of Garibay.
Yeah,
So, your choices are historian, actor, storyteller, writer, cartographer, arbiter, librarian, and guide.
Oh, the last 3 sound very tempting. I sense heavy amounts of railroading behind both arbiter and guide. I will say, let's go guide.
Guide is the choice today, ladies and gentlemen. It is time.
I am already having fun.
I'm very
I'm-
glad.
I've got my chips and salsa. I'm ready to go.
Well, good. Everybody strap in, and we will begin shortly here. Guide. Just before.
Actually, before we officially begin,
Yes.
I would like
Mhm.
to take this opportunity to tell everyone in our audience
Yes.
to go make yourself a sandwich or something.
Yeah.
Go get a snack, get a drink,
Yeah.
buckle in, get cozy,
Get cozy. Get comfy.
get a pillow off your bed and put it behind the head of your desk chair. Cover your lap with a blanket and let's get ready to go, boys.
Exactly.
Alejo and I will waffle for a bit for
can.
those who are listening to the live podcast.
That's right.
Those of you who are listening to the VOD, dude, you can just pause. I don't.
Also true.
I don't know why actually I even bothered to mention them because
they're so privileged, aren't they?
They really, if you ask me, they count for less.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So Boo is VOD gang and you are anti-VOD. I see.
I am livestream gang because
live gang.
People who watch the live stream are more likely to donate money to us on Patreon.
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that so much. Stop it. I thought, oh man.
Dude, I literally
oh god.
As soon as I mentioned, I'm like, yeah, people who are watching the VOD can pause. I was like, dude, I saw
the road,
the three different steps I needed to make before I turned it into money.
I hate that. I hate it so much. Also, I see you there, BBB. Isn't a historian a storyteller? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how we have to stretch all of these to really make them 10 points.
In fact, one could argue that a cartographer is a storyteller because, at least personally, I made my country and I made my continent and I drew borders.
Yes.
And I said, okay, this is 4,000 years ago.
Yes.
And then borders changed and shifted. One country became real big and then started shrinking because of a civil war that was going on. And I was like, cool, this is not only lore for the entire world, but also if someone says, hey, 1,000 years ago, what country was this? I can say, oh, it was Perignus.
Yeah. Gotcha. No, all right, I'll just listen to the stream while playing Sonic Adventure DX. Very cool. Yes, do that.
Go for it.
Oh my god, just 3 of 10. I feel like I'm praying the rosary. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. And I guess I should take the time to set up my phone to listen to because I'm off to work. Well, see you, Lux. I hope you enjoy the listen whilst you're working and help it. Well, it might not help you stay away from madness, but it will certainly melt your brain enough that you won't even remember the day.
Right.
So,
it won't save you from madness, but it will lubricate the slide as you slide and descend down.
That's true. So, let us begin. I'm gonna have to actually put fucking things in this one.
We've waffled enough.
We've waffled enough. So, this is, as I load it up here. Oh, that smile says it all, doesn't it? Oh, he wasn't smiling anymore. Okay, because it went back to 0. This is Guide Dungeons and Dragons 5e, the Dungeon Master Bullet Point Problem from J. Scott Garibay. You can just call me Halo. I was checking YouTube settings and was bored. Well, there you go. Hello, Halo. Good to see you. Let us begin the descent into Clown World again.
Hi, this is Sky Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and we are going to talk specifically about the Dungeon Master Bullet Point Problem Guide. All right. So this is pretty interesting, and I just wanted to say, so first of all, if you don't know what the Dungeon Master Bullet Point Problem is, my apologies. You have some homework to do. You have to watch the video in the doobly-doo below, and that will get you context to understand this video.
And I will make sure to give you that context right now. Garibay has 10 bullet points that make you a dungeon master that he never tells you anything about in that video, besides the fact that there are 10 of them, and that they take your lifetime to master all 10 of them. To master.
It'll really, frankly, it'll take you a lifetime to master even one of them.
But
they're not called dungeon okayers.
That's right. They're not dungeon gooders. They're not dungeon okayers. They're dungeon masters. And
Alejo.
yes, hello.
Alejo.
Sorry.
Do me a favor and go to the general chat and mork.
Okay. Give me a moment, and I will go look at that with my phone. What is this? Why are we? Nice. Very good. Oh yes, sorry, the context. I'm almost done. Don't worry. We're almost there. Cause it's all, that's it. That's the context, really. Other than that, you're called to be a dungeon master. Don't forget. You are not chosen. You are not asked. No. You are called to it, and it could very much mentally scar you for fucking life. And you're basically a bodybuilder of the mind. And I swear to God, if you've never seen one of these before, if you're brand new to this somehow,
dude, it is a treat.
If you're brand new to Garibay at all, or us in general covering him, these are all things that he has said. I swear to God.
Also, if you are new to this, he debates the ethicality of using his players, his D&D table, as a computational engine,
right,
for calculating the odds of, I believe it was Rand Paul's, shot at the presidency.
No, Andrew Yang, that's who it was. So
yeah, I was talking about this with a friend literally tonight.
There you go.
And I'm like, for a sample size of 3 to 4 players,
yes,
who are all nerds,
yes,
who live in his state,
yes,
and would all willingly play with Garibay.
Yes, it's an interesting premise. I would watch a TV show about this.
Dude, it's a sitcom or a horror show.
I see American Horror Story vibes. Yeah. So that's all the context you need. Garibay is a nut. But he is our Lord, and we give him the respect he deserves. So, let us see what this is about.
Apologies, so I don't repeat myself. Thank you. All right. So, this is the final discipline that you must master. It is the last bullet point.
The final one.
On my initial set of disciplines that a dungeon master must master in order to be an exceptional dungeon master.
I do apologize for pausing our Lord's speech, but I do want you to know that these are the 10 that he is grounded, whilst there might and very well could be more. He even says so himself, he doesn't know. But these are the 10 that he has been going over.
It's hard to tell for whom someone comes. DMing comes as easy as breathing.
That's right. He did start when he was 12.
He did?
And he was a master. Yes. We all know this.
Alejo, would you say over your teen years, you have done things you've regret or that you look back and you're like, ooh, that was kind of cringy?
My teen years, yes, 100%.
Yeah, Garibay does not have that.
No, I know, he's perfect in everything. Yeah,
he there is no introspection where he looks back and realizes that he may have been wrong and cringy.
Right. And that's been going on for, I want to say, about 50 years or so at this point.
There has been no introspection at all, which is not a statement that says anything explicitly, but I think I pray you will hear what I am saying.
Exactly. Yeah, he never knows when he might drive and be inspired again one day. Yes, he's left it open-ended so that he can continue to teach us his blessings. That is true.
Dude, I wait for truly the only character development that's left for Scott Garibay. A new car.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
In order to be just to be a dungeon master, I think you really need to master these. The word master is in Dungeon Master, right? It's calling you to mastery, not just a general like level of knowledge. It's calling you to master it, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so basically this is the 10th discipline, the final discipline.
So he focuses so much on the word master.
Yes.
Why not on the word dungeon?
Hey, man.
Dude, you need to play D&D in a basement.
I mean, hey, any room can be your dungeon, okay? It just needs to become dank enough, really.
The room in a house you own, by the way.
Right, you have to own a house, that's right.
I'll collect these up into a nice little playlist so people can go through them.
There's a playlist?
It's pretty incredible.
I couldn't find
this is
one.
the last one, and I want to thank you guys for your patience getting through this list.
He's too busy
and
driving,
listening to
man.
all of these. I have a few people who have really encouraged me to do these series. Series are tough sometimes. People don't like, and when you do anything where you have to point to another video. So I really appreciate everybody's patience going through this. So let's talk about the discipline of guide. Okay, so there's a guidance. Guidance is a discipline. The role is guide, right? What do we guide as dungeon masters?
Great question.
Guidance is a discipline.
Yes.
And politics are also a discipline.
What?
And Andrew Yang is in politics.
Right.
And that is why D&D is the perfect computational engine.
Ah, that's right. Yes. We got there in the end. That's true. BRB, I'm gonna find where the egg carrier is. Nice. Yeah, do it. I think he has a strange obsession with being called master. Dude,
I will just say, I try to, I put effort into making sure that I start off every video we watch, like, in good faith.
Oh, 100%.
But Garibay is the one exception we've got to. Oh, Garibay and RPG Pundit.
Right, yes.
Where as soon as the video starts, I'm like, oh, we're in for some shit.
Yeah, it's true. Can your roof be your dungeon? Ooh, see, that's a question, but the answer is no.
That's an open air dungeon.
Oh, like one of those things that they do in houses, but
open concept dungeon.
That's right. See, you know what? You've embraced these teachings more than I have. I'll be honest. I was so quick to judge.
Alejo, how old were you when you started first DMing?
True. You know what? I was like in my 20s. So yeah.
Like you were what, 23?
This was sophomore? No. Yeah, no. Junior?
Oh yeah, no. So like 21, 22?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I started DMing at an even 20.
Ah, you're closer to him. I see. Closer to
Oh.
greatness. Well, I'm closer.
I am master than you.
I see. Yes, that's true.
Is
It's huge.
At what point do you become the dungeon mastest?
When you have multiple masters under you, when you've taken them under your wing and you've taken them to it's like you get one to join you, right? And then that person gets another two, and then and then it just keeps, and then you have a bunch so once you get to that point, when you're at the top of that
it's
pyramid
like
of
a pyramid
people,
scheme,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you become a Sararak of DMs,
excuse you, it's not a scheme, it's an ascension. Come on.
Or a pyramid plan.
Exactly. Garibay is my sire. that's true. He's all of ours, really.
The 7th generation DM.
It's like vampires from Vampire the Masquerade, and they get a little worse every time, and we're gonna get the point where it's just like, you're a 14th generation.
Garibay is Kane.
You know what? Fair enough, because at that point, all the second sons did consume each other out of madness. They were so close to him. That's true. Oh my god, Vampire the Masquerade is actually an allegory for Garibay's ascension to DM mastery? I had no idea.
No.
Oh.
It's a computational engine.
I was taking a drink, damn it. I almost spit that all over myself. Fuck, okay.
So big, right? Oh my gosh, here's what we do when when you sign on to be a dungeon master, you become a guide. Well, what do you guide? It's at 3 levels. 3 levels. Oh. It's so insane.
Levels.
Listen to this.
Levels.
All right. You guide players, okay?
Okay.
You guide players into treating each other with respect, okay?
Okay.
You guide, and honestly,
yeah, you need to be the moral police.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
players are gonna
like,
get it right out of the gate.
I mean, I hope that people just respect each other naturally, but then again, what do I know? I guess I don't know.
To be fair, actually, in fairness to Garibay,
yes,
it should be ideally. Maybe it's because I'm expecting everyone to be the dungeon master, but
right.
It should be able to be pointed out by anyone at the table of like, hey man, that's kind of not cool.
Yeah, I would think so.
That being said, though, as DM, like, if the DM like hands you a little folded note after a session, being like, hey man, that's kind of not cool, yeah. You can kind of put the kibosh on things, and
sure.
It would, if there were anyone at the table whose opinion would be most respected and listened to for putting the kibosh on things and to be the moral police, it would be the DM.
It would, but I wouldn't say that it's necessary,
No.
So, like, this is already, like, sure, nice, cool, good idea, but also a little much, sign on like in the military. Yes, you are called to service. 100%.
Hold on, let me grab my phone. I think I have. Oh wait, no, that's my wallet. 1 sec.
Okay. I will give you a second. Perhaps 2, maybe 3, or 4, maybe. 5 though. Ooh, it might be 7 at this point. Actually, potentially it's gone up to about 12. Not sure entirely. But I'm thinking we're going about 23.
Return.
Oh, welcome back.
I have something I'm going to be putting in the memes chat.
Oh, memes, you say? Well, I see your other meme.
In my other entry.
That's right. That's right. If you don't know what we're talking about, of course, you should join our Discord if you haven't yet already. It's a place where we share memes sometimes, and also it's pretty cool, full of some pretty cool people. Yeah. So let's continue whilst the meme uploads.
Yes. Well, I look for it.
Oh, you'll always have one knucklehead who you got to teach, right? And you want to give them a little bit of play before you just kick them out of the game. Want to give them a chance and say, hey, I know you want to play this this gritty loner and run off and be cool with your wolf and just kind of like thumb your nose at every other player at the table. But the reality is you can't do that. You're going to have to learn to be an actually helpful, useful human being in this game, right?
Okay, so okay, so whilst I don't agree entirely with the wording, the sentiment I'm a little bit more understanding of. So you can do that to an extent, right? You can be that gritty loner type character, but you have to, like, at that point probably make a little bit of exceptions here and there if you really want to play that kind of character. They're not going to be entirely that, because it's just not how D&D works. You're right about that. But we can't just say, no, you can't play that. It's more, we need to make a few concessions here, right? We need to at least have it so that you are a part of the party, at least enough that you're not going to be a shitbag to everybody and make everybody just want to kill you, right? Like, that's not something that you want to have happen here.
That is the struggle that Garibay faced the most.
That's right. So you can't be a useful gnome? No, so it's one of those things where it's like, dude, maybe instead of just being an entire loner, right, we go, hey, your character isn't really the social type, but they have a particular relationship with one of the other characters where you two are friends. You're actually close enough that you would consider them a friend, and you might not be as willing to develop that friendship more with other people, but you can become acquaintances with them. You can say, hey, we're gonna, just work together. We're gonna be it's like having a bunch of coworkers, right? You respect them enough to give them what they need when they need it, and continue on with the group projects and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, you might not necessarily be friends, but you're at least working together, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to make it so that your entire quote-unquote company fails, right? Company works in both ways, actually, now that I think about it. So let's take away the lone wolf man, and we'll make it the lone-ish wolf man who has a friend that isn't just the wolf. It's just an easy little thing to maybe do, and if that doesn't really work so well, just make your character a little bit more open to the fact that they're going to be around other people and they need them. Like, find a reason for your character to want to need them, right? Make it so that they need these people in order to further whatever goal it is they have, because whatever goal it is they have, they might think they can do it on their own, which that's kind of silly, unless it's something really, really trivial. But they actually do need help, and so they could either be looking for these allies, or manipulating, right? You can still be kind of a, not a good person, but definitely just a person who's there, and is looking out more for themselves, and use your party members more as a tool, not to the extent of like killing them or shit, but using them to further your means. And thus, you're still helping them, because if you help them, they help you.
Helping them is an extension of helping you.
Mm-hmm. So there are many ways to go about it, So your loner type can still work, and maybe even you might even let them, grow attached. Finished Amy's story. Nice.
Alejo, the meme is live.
I would love to look at your meme. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Let me screen grab it real quick, and put it there because it's not really it needs that little bit there. Where are memes there? Don't worry, everyone. You'll see the meme. It will come. Okay. So if you're not a part of our Discord, you could be seeing things like, why did I screen grabbed it, but then I didn't save it? I'm very good at this.
Disappointment.
I'm sorry. I try so hard sometimes, and really, I mean,
Have you ever been so far as to wonder what if and then?
That really speaks to me, man. All right, so the way that I do this is I go here, I go here, and then I put it into
Don't hear yourself.
There we go. I got it. No, we're good. I'm already there. Kind of. There it is. I hope it was worth it, everyone. Laugh.
Ah.
No, you made it. If you laugh,
Is it
self-aggrandizing.
Yeah, is it Yeah, I was gonna say it's very self-masturbatory if I laugh.
Absolutely. Boo is here. Should be. Well, he said.
Well,
He's here. And you boo. Well, it might not just be going through on his end for some reason. I don't know. I have no idea. But soon he will be here, hopefully. There he is.
Why isn't Discord ringing? That's weird.
Oh, strange.
Yeah, I didn't actually do the ring thing.
Might be that it's on no, it's not on Do Not Disturb for you, so I don't know.
Let's see. I might have lowered. Let's see. Did I volume mixer? No, it's the same volume as everything else. Huh.
Might be just another program that's interfering with it right now or something.
Yeah. Well, all I'm listening. I guess I have Winamp open and listening to some music. But
I don't know. Anyway, hello.
My recommendation would be to force quit Discord, and then hopefully it will work.
Actually, yeah.
Well,
that might help.
Well, I mean, I booted up my computer. My computer was off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you tried doing Alt F4?
No, I don't. I usually save that as a last resort.
Same thing I do in life.
Yes.
So,
Alt F4. You mean gun?
So, Mongoose says hi, boo.
Hello, Mongoose.
And JR Sonic says hi, boo.
Hello, JR Sonic.
There you go. So, if you get into the watch together, we are only 2 minutes and 49 seconds into guide.
Oh, good.
That is the thing. A ghost says Halo.
So, God damn it. So, okay.
Yes.
How long have you been actually watching the video?
Oh, it hasn't.
Have you been going for an hour?
Yeah. It's been an hour and 19 minutes. Most of that, 47 minutes of that, was me talking about random stuff and also answering questions.
So you didn't spend an hour on 2 minutes.
No.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Gives me at least some amount of faith.
Honestly, so far it hasn't been egregious.
Really?
Yes.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, I know. Because right now we're at like the most normal thing that I can ever think of right now.
He's getting warmed up.
Yeah. It's fair. So, okay. Let us continue on. So far it is basically
you should be a guide because you should make it so that everybody is respectful to one another, which is fair enough, but not necessary, right? I would think, because most people are respectful of each other in general. So that's where we're at. In a 13-minute video, we've already used 3 of them, almost. Anyway.
So you have to guide players to treating each other with respect and kindness and tolerance. You have to guide them into mastering the rules, right? And knowing what to do on their turn, right? Okay. And you also need to guide them in making sure that their language is acceptable to everybody at the table, not just them and their friend, but it's offending one of the other players, right?
Okay, so first, before we get to the language thing, helping people with rules. Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you know the rules better than everybody else, I see no issue there.
As long as you don't let it transition into rules lawyering.
Yeah, where you're just super
it's like, nope, that's wrong. You can't do that. It's like, but
every time.
Yeah, every time. No.
But so I understand the sentiment again with the language thing. I agree that you shouldn't be harassing people, right, and making them uncomfortable to such a degree.
See, here's my thing.
Yeah.
The way he's putting it sounds more like controlling what people say, as opposed, because he's saying make sure that their language doesn't do this, instead of saying if somebody says something bad and something that offends another player, tell them to not say that anymore.
Right.
That's how I think it should be done.
So while I agree with you there, I also the preventative measure I don't think needs to be taken technically.
Because all that should be already lined out in session 0.
Yes, exactly.
You should already know that.
Yeah, it should be there. However, in his video, he's talking about as DM, it is your job to mention that, and then in parentheses, he says in session 0.
Right, exactly. If he were to, right? But
it's in his head. He's thinking it.
I hope so. So overall, I would say yes. Do call it out if it needs to be called out. Though I do think that at this point we're all, and I hope at least, if you're playing D&D with friends or with people that you know or any of this kind of stuff, you're all mature enough to know and be able to talk about this kind of stuff. If it should happen by accident, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think that this is an intentional thing that would happen unless you're just a huge dickbag, right? Where you're just I'm just gonna say this because I want him to be offended. It's okay. So it's not.
I don't imagine it too much of a stretch to believe that if you're playing D&D with your friends, you treat your friends like friends.
Exactly, right? That's why I think that the language aspect is this feels more like something that if you're going to an Adventurers Guild thing or Adventurers League thing or the Pathfinder Society thing, just be conscientious about what you say, I guess. And if you do say something that is rather offensive to somebody and they actually let you know, apologize and own up to it and be I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, right? That's what should be happening more so than having the DM say, hey man, that's not cool, right? Because maybe the DM doesn't even notice, or maybe the person doesn't say anything until the end, right? It really feels more like the communication needs to be between the person who said it and the person who is offended, and not really needing to be everyone until I guess it should be for everyone if they don't know technically, because then you should let people know this is something that actually does hurt me in some way, right? And I'd rather you not say it. So that's something that you should let people know. But if it's just something one-off that is just very particular to you, I don't know. It's a very complex situation, and I think it should be treated with more thought than just
DM is the only one who needs to worry about it, you know?
You have to them as players, just one level, okay? And you'll have to guide different players at different times. And guess what? You'll need to guide them in different ways. The process you use to guide one player will need to be adjusted for another player, because often players don't learn in the same way, right? Some you could teach them by literally having a non-player character tell them the information that you want them to know as a player, right? And they'll be like, oh, you said that to my player character, but I, the player, am getting the message, right? And then others, you'll have to take them aside. You might have to send them an email, right? And others, you might have to, like, you know, there's different ways that different people learn. So guidance and all the structures for guiding are all different. It's incredible how difficult even one discipline that Dungeon Master calls you to be is. Okay?
Yeah. In this case, yeah.
Yes.
I am
crazy.
I'm actually kind of low-key concerned that I agree with Garibay. It makes me wonder if I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's like that time when Cody brought up a good point, and I'm like, is this a good point? I can't even tell.
Like, there's nothing else. That's true. People learn differently and all that kind of shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's probably the most sound thing I've heard him say. Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
It's like we got to April Fool's Day a little bit early, boys.
I know, yeah. Where's Garibay and what have you done to him? Hey, I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day, you know?
That was actually what I was gonna say, is what I'm just willing to summarize this up as, maybe.
Yeah, I'm intrigued, but yeah, we'll see. He's got 9 more minutes, boys. He's got 9 more.
Yeah. He's got 9 more minutes to fuck it up.
He only needs 2.
He really only needs 1. Less than that. He just needs a quick side thing. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guide players. You also guide players to be dungeon masters, okay?
Sure.
If you don't know this, you should be replacing yourself.
Oh, okay.
You should make sure.
Really?
Yeah. You're looking at your
I'm fine with that. Like, you should, as a DM, one of the things that you should be doing is trying to spark a love for the hobby.
Yes.
In your
that
players.
I agree with. Sure.
That I agree with. Not you should be trying to replace yourself.
Yeah, that's a
stupid way to put it.
That's a little much.
Yeah, as someone who DM'd his players for, like, the better part of 2 years, and then had an accident and died.
That's right.
And now one of his players is now DM.
Yeah.
For the group. Like, I joke around and I say I pull the 4,000 IQ move of being a DM so that other people would want to DM.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, that was not my goal.
No, of course not, right? Like, I think, honestly, it's just the hobby itself can really be that spark. I don't think it's like, if you're like, we'll even say there are people out there who are just not good at running games, right? Like, that's a thing that exists. You know?
If you've ever seen a Crit Crab video, you know that.
That's right. And also there are 2 paths. But this is the thing, even the bad ones can get better, right? And they can even still bring people into the hobby, even if they're bad.
Yes,
it really
because
depends.
They're like, God, this guy sucks. I can do better than that.
Exactly. It really depends on the person and the type of person, and sometimes it will turn some people off, sure. But I think the hobby itself speaks more to getting these people to come in, because you're just the person showing them how it works, right?
Yes.
You are just showing them that this is a thing that they can do, that anyone can do, mind you. and that it's something that they can enjoy, whether it be DMing or playing, and they'll either seek it out or they won't, because it'll either tickle them in a certain way or it won't. It's a little weird way to put it, I'll be honest, but it's what came to my brain, and my brain said say it. Manga says my problem is I'm seeing this with the context that he thinks accents are racist. That's also true. That's fair enough. But again, a broken clock can be right twice a day. Some opinions are batshit while others are, more informed.
Play your and saying this one is the one, right? This is I am the master dungeon master. I hold this title. It rests upon my head the way the crown is supposed to fit. I am the dungeon master.
Yeah,
what you do.
I was gonna say that's really like I don't. Just self-aggrandizing like that.
Yeah.
Like is it? We've gone over it several times now, but man, it doesn't. I don't understand how you can do that and be like serious.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. If you are quite literally the best at your field, like in the world, then I can understand having some pride in it, right? But you don't at least I would hope you don't fucking just flaunt it and think of yourself that way all the time. Whereas in most cases, Garibay really does check that box and goes, "Hey." And I'm like, why?
Even in the situation you describe of like, oh, if you're the best in the world, I can understand that. Like,
I can understand pride, but not to this extent, right?
Yeah.
I would now, far be it from me to even imply that I'm the best chemist in the world.
Oh my god!
But I would dare say that of my social friend group,
sure,
that are non-chemists,
yes,
I know chemistry the best.
That is true.
Fair enough.
I will
can't argue with that.
Yeah, 100% be behind you on your platform here.
Would Boo or Alejo, would you say that I lord my chemistry knowledge over you and go oh god,
yes,
I know chemistry so much better than you? Boo, shut up! I need you to agree with me on this one.
Don't tell them the real thing. Don't tell them the real thing.
There is. I mean, I'm not sure if it is imposter syndrome or, the idea of just in science, the way science advances is by finding out what is wrong.
Yeah.
And then when it finds out everything that's wrong, you know by process of elimination what's right.
Yes.
As such, whenever I make a claim, I immediately go, ooh, I don't know about that one, actually.
Yeah, oh, sure, you should.
Whatever it is, and that's why I would never claim to be the best chemist. Dude, straight up, I was talking to another chemistry friend of mine about my job application, and she was like, oh, wow, you meet, all the qualifications for that. You'd be really good. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna be for real with you. I'm a fucking dumbass.
yeah, I gotcha.
She's like, oh, they'd be so glad to have you, and I'm like, no job would be glad to have me. A job would accept me.
I was gonna say
guess.
They would tolerate that you are there.
Yeah, exactly. No one would be happy to have me. They'd be happy to have me for half an hour until I opened my mouth.
Right, exactly. Right.
And they would hear that and they'd go, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? How did you pass freshman year?
Right.
And you know what? They would ask me that, and I would just like raise my hands into questioning, like, ow.
I'm here now, and I'm your problem.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
precisely.
it's fair enough because, like, it's one of those things where I think the moment that you start to really believe that you are the best at whatever is the moment that you're gonna stop progressing. Absolutely.
Exactly. The moment you start feeling your oats is the moment that you stop being as good.
Yes. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. It's just
because feeling yourself like that leads to complacency.
Yes, exactly. Like there is always some way to improve. Whether or not you're going to take that, initiative or whatever to improve, that's on you, and that's fine. If you're fine with being where you are, that's totally fine. But you would at least understand that you could improve, right? You're not going to go around saying, "Man, I'm the best," right? Because
no one ever was.
Right. Exactly.
The moment you trust your own word is the moment you get less vigilant.
Yeah. And like we
also BRB.
Okay. Like I try to. I find myself to be correct in most cases, and I'm sure that I'm correct in most cases, but I'm willing to be proven wrong, right? Like, that's the important thing. Yeah. And I would love to be proven wrong because then I can learn something, right? But most of the time, I've been correct about a lot of things.
Yes.
Right. But we
typically are.
That's right. We host the show. Of course we are. We're
of course,
usually correct.
Yes.
But it's one of those things where it's that fine line of I can believe that I am right.
Yes.
But it's one of those things of willing to actually listen to other people and criticism and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing, because there's a very important distinction between people who think they're right and cannot be convinced otherwise.
Yes.
And people who think they are right and have no issue with being proven wrong.
Exactly.
Because those people take any point at which they are proven wrong as an opportunity to learn, not as not as a moment when they are being challenged.
Yes.
It's just a different mindset.
That's right. Exactly. Anyway.
See, I told you we're right about stuff.
I know. That's true.
I was talking to the chat. They didn't believe me. I know. I fucking saw it. Yeah. I saw that look on your face.
You, right there.
Yeah, you, Joey. Shout out to everybody who watches us named Joey.
That's right.
If there's anybody.
That's a lot of caveats. Yes. I may not be an idiot, but I sure am a moron. Yeah.
Now, I may not look like much. Anyway, let's continue.
Yes, exactly. You always need to be careful of feeling yourself. Do that in public, and you might get arrested. That's true. That's true. Also, side note, you ever try to spell a word and then realize you've never seen it before? Oh, all the time. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I hate it because then
Dude,
I'm like,
I write.
yeah, exactly, right? Like oh man, what was the word the other day? Fuck. Oh, there was one.
Candace Gunderson, obviously.
Well, that's every day.
Yes.
I never remember how to do that.
Yeah.
Specifically there was a word the other day that I wrote down, and I wrote it correctly, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Is this
right? What is this? Right? Like,
yeah, what unknown knowledge have I tapped into?
Right. I've heard
be able
this
to
word
write this correctly.
I've heard this word many a time, and apparently my phonetic spelling is right. Oh, that's weird.
What was the word?
I can't remember now. It sucks.
Damn.
I've had this happen a couple of times. Most of the time I've been wrong, but there was one time that I was like, yeah, divisive. No. I didn't write that down. I just said it or didn't say it. Whatever.
Something that a word that usually gets me is convenient.
Oh, dude, yeah, I
have trouble spelling that word.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of words out there that in English at least that I'm like, you don't follow the rules.
But I mean, hell, I can spell Gunderson without a goddamn blink.
That's right.
And I can't spell convenient.
That is true.
It's weird.
All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
Who's next, right? Like, who do I bring up? Who do I yank from the hierarchy of player to the deity-like status of dungeon master, right? Like, and you're like,
deity.
that one right there.
It keeps.
I'm a deity, people.
He keeps very much just fulfilling that like what we've already surmised about how he views what he does.
Yeah,
it's
goddamn.
It's crazy.
It's absolutely it's bonkers.
Yes. Oh, that's a good. You know, bonkers isn't said enough.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why I said it.
That's fair
Because
enough.
like I like bonkers.
Hey guys, what's happening? Oh God, it's him.
Yep.
Hey Kilcrona, what's up?
Hello. I'm gonna try to do some painting. So.
Oh yeah. Good luck.
Because I haven't fucking painted in goddamn months.
Me either. But if I move, I'm actually gonna try to paint more.
Dude,
honestly.
Speaking of painting, the Moloch has 16 attacks now.
Oh Christ, really?
I think they still only do 1 damage, and that's the reason why.
That's still a lot, though.
That's a lot of fucking attacks.
That's good.
Yeah, they really
glad.
buffed the shit out of them.
I'm glad, honestly.
And they finally made gargoyles troops, so the Sky Swarm is fucking doable now.
Dude, that's sick.
I know, because they were fucking fast attack.
Yeah.
And
That's
I'm like,
right.
what the fuck? I can't fucking be a flyboy.
Yeah,
But now I can.
That's really good. That's a great change, honestly.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah. I don't have enough gargoyles to do anything with them.
Right.
But...
Yeah,
and unless they bring Shrikes back, there's not really a reason to use them.
Yeah. The worst part is when you spell it right and then spend 5 minutes asking someone else. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Well, the thing is, when I spell a word and I'm unsure of it, I go onto Google and then just type it in, and so he's like, "Oh, do you mean blank?" And I'm like,
yes. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I do mean that.
Yeah.
I can never seem to check spelling appreciate right, which is a problem since I use it all the time. Fair enough. Yeah. I do it all the time too. But I thankfully have not had an issue with that one. Thankfully. Yet. Oh, it's gone now. I'm dead now.
You said it.
The word I have the most trouble with is conscious. Conscious is also another one that I can understand. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
That one is, there's a player who's very charismatic, very intelligent, very confident,
very attractive.
Everyone at the table with kindness.
There's a player.
Yeah, no, that's a player. Say, would you like to come back to my room and become a DM?
Would you like me to show you how to become a dungeon master?
Take that off. Yeah, right. Jesus Christ.
So I'm my one thing here though is with his like he's now listing these things of like what he's looking for in the next dungeon master, right?
Yeah.
I would think that you would be looking for, I don't know, your 10 bullet point things that you have.
What? No, you're looking for attractive people.
Yeah.
Hello, Aiden.
What? Aiden?
Hello.
Hello. There.
Hello.
He's back.
He is back. Oh, hi, Yugi boy. Yes, exactly.
Oh,
exactly
it really
like
is.
that. Exactly.
Kaiba boy. Ooh. I can do the Pegasus. Ooh, way too good.
It's good. Is he talking about who he thinks he should be a DM, or who he's trying to seduce? Yes.
Probably both.
Yes. All right. I want to hear what his criteria is that he's looking for.
Yeah.
Player who's very charismatic, very intelligent, very confident, is treating everyone at the table with kindness and respect, right?
Okay.
And is asking me for things, is getting ready to build their fortress, right?
What?
Not only are they mastering their combat, but they see a future for their character, and they've built robust relationships with the other player characters and with non-player characters. They take notes, right? You're like, this is the golden child. This is the next dungeon master. Raise them, right? Like, and you.
Okay, so most of the traits that are not specifically about D&D, I'm like, oh yeah, the things that most people have most of the time. I'll be honest.
Yeah, the majority of well-adjusted people.
Yeah.
Are we just spoiled?
Honestly,
Dude,
yes.
I think honestly, yeah, a little bit, because I do find myself wishing for groups to be more like our groups.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
And I still find it so strange because, again, it's gonna sound crazy to people who have maybe watched Devils and Dice and be like, wow, and like maybe they really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've run one game before
That's
that.
true. That is true.
This is my
I do forget
second
that.
game that I've ever run.
I actually do forget that every time.
I don't
actually,
so I'm not like Matt Mercer. I've not been doing it for like 10, 20, 1,000 generations of years. I've done one, and it ended.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't finish it, I mean.
Yeah,
Because people had to move away.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know what it is.
I think it's just, I don't know, we just all gel really well together. It's really
I mean,
it's
hell,
really weird.
we have been friends for like what, 15 years at this point?
Yeah, billions of seconds. Absolutely.
Like hundreds and thousands of Skaven lifetimes.
That's right. That's usually how I count time.
By the amount of fucking clan rats you had to eat.
Yes.
To get out of the nest.
If I see a Skaven that's lived more than a day, I'm concerned.
Yeah, right? Because it's like, oh shit, that is some queek head taker going on here.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of that. Yeah. I don't know. Most of the time,
are we
like,
the 1%? God.
Oh no.
Oh.
But yeah, we're gonna
I
be
hope
eaten.
not.
You know, we are the bourgeoisie. We're gonna be taken down. It's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
Well, we're bougie, but we want other people to, do stuff too.
we want other people to be as bougie as us. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
We help the unwashed masses not be unwashed.
That's
we
right.
are D&D Bernie Sanders.
Oh God.
No, but I think so. Legitimately though, I do think that there's an aspect of it, just because we're so used to each other and how we play together, and like the familiarity that we have. Because I honestly think like whatever we play, we would just play off each other anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I honestly think that it's just that
the fact that we will gel as a party is a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
I mean, look at, for instance, Brogan and how many different characters he's developed.
Actually,
over the
true.
course of Devils and Dice, and every single one of them had a different dynamic in the AAA.
That's right.
Yeah.
And every
And
single
they all
one of them
worked.
got along
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now
It's crazy.
that is because just Brogan is a good role player in general.
Yeah. Also true.
That and we're enablers.
That's also true.
Yes.
So now that we've stroked each other off so much,
Oh yes. Yes.
I'm
yes.
glad that the circle jerk has happened.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things that I think that it feels like
sometimes we lose sight of it. That
Yeah,
we honestly kind of
Yeah.
forget that we are in like the best position possible in terms of the role
for
playing group.
ourselves. Yeah, which if that makes us lose sight ever, absolutely.
Well,
call us out for it. But
I
most of
think-
the time, I think we have taken the moments to go, well, for a new player group or for all
that's
that kind
the thing
of stuff.
because at least the way I will choose to see it, I'm going to make my own headcanon right now
About us, sick.
about us. Yes,
Hell yeah.
we have that.
Yes.
But I think we're still. What am I trying to say here? I feel like our group is kind of Superman-esque, where we not because we're perfect, but
Right.
because we have a really good group, and that doesn't make it so that we're like, oh, you're not doing as well as us. Your group doesn't gel as well. Well, then you must be bad.
No,
We're
yeah.
still able to use the stuff that we take for granted and be like, do this. And they're like, how the fuck did that work so well? It's like, well, you know what I mean? It's like communication.
Yes, that's the big one. I don't know.
It's so important, and yet we see time and time and time again where people overlook it, and we're like, dude, communicate.
That's
And
right.
it solves so many problems because we know that it solves problems, but it just comes to us naturally because we've known each other for fucking 12, 13, 15 years.
Yeah, we just talk all the time, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. This is weird.
Yeah.
Weird every time.
Indeed.
A few things here. Okay. First off, let's see. Definitely both. Yes. With the seducing or trying to find who's a DM. Yes.
Oh yes.
I'm convinced he only has players, not friends, says Khan. Acquaintances. People that he can use. People that he
hangers on, clearly.
Those who trail behind his coattail.
Yes.
Okay, so, like, there's nothing wrong with assuming a certain type of player would make a good DM, but ultimately, that's up to them to decide, and he's making it sound really creepy. Not to mention, really gatekeepery about who can and should DM. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing that I noticed was, like, what if they just want to be a player? Just because they're good at being a player doesn't mean they want to be a GM.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I've said it many times, and I'll say it for all time. Being a DM is super easy, right? Like, it is incredibly, incredibly easy. Anyone can do it. That doesn't mean you have to.
Yes.
It doesn't mean anything.
Some people don't want to.
Yeah, if you don't want to, that's fine.
It is easy, but time-consuming.
Yes. You will be putting in more effort than you thought you would.
Oh, yeah.
But it is easy to do once you like actually start, because the easiest thing is just to say, what do I like? Yeah, it's literally just, okay, I have players. What do I want them to do? I guess, do I want them to defeat a dragon? Okay, and then you just go from there, right? Like that's
simple as that.
It's really simple, and then you just start finding the steps to get you to that point, and it's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Work backwards.
Yeah, yes. Why not? Good evening, everyone. Hello, Indigo.
Hello, Indigo.
My oh my, Garibay,
Greetings, Purple.
You charmer. Keep describing this fictional perfect player. I'm almost there.
Oh God.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, just the fucking mental image alone.
Am I late for the video? We're like 5.5 minutes in or so. 5 minutes.
He made a decent point.
He's been making decent points enough. Like, he's only started to kind of go off the rails slightly.
Yeah.
I will say, however, don't worry too bad about the fact that you've missed 5 minutes of this video.
No, you're fine.
It's
You're
fine.
You're absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Just a couple of bros hanging out, rolling dice, circle jerking. That's right.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I found one meme for tonight. Oh, Draco Kraken found a meme.
Oh boy.
Okay. Hold on, let me get this up. Memes are good. I like memes. Let me. There it is. This one has the text on it, unlike some ones.
I thought you were a meme lord, not a meme okayer.
He's not a meme master. He never claimed to be.
That's true.
Gaze upon his godlike visage, a true deity of a DM. He will be the next Elden Lord, for this I am certain. and I really love the very, like, how low the image quality is of his face. I'll be honest, it adds a lot to it.
Like the fucking curse nature.
It's a little crispy, honestly. It's a little crunchy there.
I can't wait. I want to see.
Pretty good. If you actually put it, like, blow it up a little bit, it's pretty crunchy.
Yeah, it's true.
I like it a lot.
Yep.
And then let's see. I think circle jerking would be a compliment to Garibay if it's done to get through one of his videos. Yeah, well, we gotta entertain ourselves somehow.
Yeah. Images don't really, just straight images don't really do it for me. I need a little bit more.
Yeah, just a little bit. Here we go.
You pick them up and you mountain carrier them to the top of the mountain, right? Like,
what the hell is a mountain carrier?
Right? And when
one of those Saint
there,
Bernards?
And you've gotten them to be a dungeon master, your work isn't done. Like, I've had to sit and be in the very bad games of dungeon masters who were brand new, but I had to sit and be patient.
And
be
there were
kind
dungeon
and be
masters.
tolerant.
Yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. Wait a minute.
Also, don't forget that if it was a bad game, you would have had to drag them through glass and shit.
That's right.
Yeah. Didn't you train them? How can it be a bad game?
Wait, so you've sat... So, sorry, there are new dungeon masters who aren't dungeon masters? I don't understand. They're a dungeon master, but they're not... But
they're new.
But they...
If they're a dungeon master, that means that they've mastered all the fucking dungeon master masteries.
Yeah, I thought so, but I guess there is... So, why didn't you just call them a dungeon okayer?
Or a dungeon beginner.
Badder.
Yeah.
Garibay.
Come on.
I don't understand.
You're not reading your own holy book enough, clearly.
Yeah. This is your final message, by the way. This is the last one, apparently, like, in the order. We didn't know that until we started it.
Okay, then.
But, like, he's making sense, but also going against his own teachings. I don't understand, guys.
Is this the part of the lecture where he's like, now go and fucking find your own path?
Oh, I hope so.
And he's
because
demonstrating that?
At that point, I'd be like, man, your entire 10 are pointless then.
Yeah.
Find your own path. Well, I thought I was following yours. Wait a minute.
Yeah, because he mentions everyone learns differently.
True.
So then...
Who knows?
I guess there are different ways to learn each of the tenets.
Yeah.
I suppose. So...
It's very strange.
But he's only giving me the video version that I have to watch and listen to. What if I am a learn by doer?
Yeah. I'll learn by doer.
My brain doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. Aiden isn't an artisan, so, you know.
That is true. I'm not an artist. Hey, you know what, though? You know what?
What?
Was that statement wrong?
No. Because it's true. You're not an artisan. Nobody really is.
No one's an artisan.
He's kind of joined the masses on that one, I'll be honest.
Yeah. That was a really funny moment. It's like, you mean artist? It's like, yeah, that.
And the fact at first too that it didn't register for you, like you were like, yeah, you mean artist? And I went, boo.
I have my moments where I can just fire off instantly, and it's really fun. Because I remember a long, long time ago, my dad and I were in the car, and he's like, I wonder why there's no cars named after flowers. He was like, yeah, you mean the lotus? Just instantly, just bam. Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is it funny that the least egregious video is the last one? He's got some time.
He ain't over yet.
We're not through yet. Don't worry. We'll get there.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully.
I'll honestly...
Let the man breathe.
I'll honestly be rather pleased if this one isn't as egregious in a way.
Yeah.
I'll be a little disappointed, but I'll also be very pleased.
Yeah.
Find your own path, but no, he hates Pathfinder. Does he actually hate it? I thought...
Wait, really?
I thought he just
didn't play it.
Didn't play it and also knew what was best for Pathfinder. Remember? Because that was also, I think, a thing.
Yeah.
But I think so.
Vaguely, anyway.
Yeah. So the hierarchy is from highest to lowest. Dungeon Master, Dungeon Gooder, Dungeon Doer, and last but not least, Dungeon Master.
God damn it!
Don't forget Dungeon Grader.
I like that. That was good.
Yeah, I do too. I
didn't read ahead, so it caught me at the same time. And
yeah, that's really. Well, I feel like it should be like Dungeon Master TM.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Very patient, right? While there's bad dungeon mastering happening, so that I can be like, you are going to be a great dungeon master someday. It's not going to be in this first 3 years of your dungeon mastering, but I need you to not quit. And
so it's like a master's degree. Oh, yeah, it is like a master's degree.
It is literally. It is weirdly.
Christ.
Okay, so I'm more behind it in the sense of you see the potential in somebody who's trying to dungeon master.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Instead of
that
just-
makes it better.
Instead of dragging them across theoretical or metaphorical glass.
Yes, that's right, and scarring them for life. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like, what the fuck?
But that's what you're supposed to do, so it's fine.
Yeah. But he doesn't.
Wait, he's patient and then says, "No, you'll be better." Wait, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
You and the next generation needs you to build your dungeon master or your dungeon masters as well, right? So once they're dungeon mastering, you're still guiding them in their dungeon mastering in their early years, right? So dungeon mastering is a level of guidance that you're going to be doing, and it doesn't stop there. You actually guide them in real life, not every player.
Okay.
Right? You got 5 people around the table. You got 4
okay.
or 5 players around the table. Let's say you have.
Oh, the car.
Right? 4 of them are never going to need your eye.
I was just listening. I'm like, was that fucking thunder? It's like, no, it's his fucking
Right?
car.
This has happened in many campaigns. Not every campaign, but multiple campaigns. People are like, okay, Scott, you're the dungeon master. And the reason you're the dungeon master is you're intelligent, charismatic, and confident. Right?
Oh, I'm sure many people have said that.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yes, that's true. I would honestly, charismatic. You got it. You're right. You're right about that. You are charismatic.
Yeah, because like even cult leaders can be charismatic.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and he is our leader. He is our leader. Oh yeah, he hates that Pathfinder once had the audacity to outsell D&D 4e once upon a time. And he doesn't see the need for the second edition for a game that shouldn't need to exist. Oh, that's fucked.
What
That's
a bastard.
stupid. Okay.
What a bastard. Well, I mean, hey, we already knew that.
Yeah, well, you know. Uh-oh, don't backseat drive. I'm talking about RPG sessions. Fair. Yeah, alright, well,
And guess what? Those aspects that you display in Dungeon Mastering, which you probably got from not much from Dungeon Mastering, have also helped you in many ways in your other life, mates in IRL. Like, you're ahead of me professionally. And now I'm transitioning from working at this dead-end job to an actual career.
But
Okay, wait a
So wait, are we equating fucking dungeon mastering to moving from
Experience?
McDonald's to
Yeah.
fucking?
it's a lifestyle.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this as good faith as I can. As good
Okay.
faith as I can. So dungeon mastering can help you develop social skills and confidence. That
Yes.
can very well get you to get a better job.
Yeah.
Can, but it's not a foregone conclusion at all. And I'm gonna say me getting into the job that I'm in right now has nothing to do with D&D or dungeon mastering at all.
As much as I wish that could be a thing.
Yeah, they needed a guy, and I was a guy.
Indeed.
And so
they needed a guy, and you also just happened to have been born with a dick.
Well, no, I didn't mean it so literally. But
I know.
Fair enough. No. They were like, hey, we need somebody to help, and I was like, I can help, and they were like, good. Can you start soon? And I was like, yes. And then that was it. Nothing to do with any social skills whatsoever. I said a sentence or two.
So, can you start soon? Also, how many campaigns have you finished?
Right. Yes.
It's very important for our onboarding process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I could see that if you're becoming a professional DM, right? In the sense of being
quote
paid,
unquote,
right? So if you're being paid for it's professional, right?
Well, I mean, the thing is, I don't know if I would even call somebody like Matt Mercer a professional, since he does it. He started just as a hobby,
right?
And then only became that.
So
nobody would. There are no real professional DMs.
So I disagree to.
I disagree.
That,
yeah,
because
I disagree with your disagreement.
That's fine, absolutely. So I think that
I guess I just don't know about the term professional DM. I think
So-
it's the term, really.
Well, so it just means that they're paid for it, and that's it, really.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing
That's
more
all
to it.
professional anything means.
Exactly. If you're a professional, it just means that you're being paid for something. And so I could be a professional fucking
Podcast.
that yes, technically, actually. That's
Yeah,
right.
at this point, yeah.
That's true, actually. Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Um
Yep.
it's just one of those things that the combination doesn't feel right?
Yeah.
That's about it.
Maybe
I can
what it
I can
is.
agree with you there because whilst being paid to run a campaign sounds cool, it also takes away something from it that at
Yeah.
least for me, right?
I think I guess where because I agree, I do agree now. I guess when I was thinking of that, I was thinking like, there's not many. Well, I mean, I guess there are, but I was like, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of professional, say, artists,
Well,
but there are.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
I guess when I think of a creative field, it
Yeah.
doesn't. Professional just seems like the wrong word
I understand what you mean.
to me.
I
But
understand.
yeah.
It's just not something that really goes together well. But
Yeah.
in the sense of just how it sounds, right?
Mhm.
Because usually for like an art, sometimes it's you would hope that it's for the craft, right? And
Yeah,
the
and it
money
almost
can
never
come-
really is anymore.
Yeah, the money can come secondarily, but the craft is
Yeah.
what is important. Whilst the storytelling aspect of D&D is kind of what is there for you and I and Aiden, I would
Jesus.
assume. And like being able to have fun with your friends and all of these different kinds of aspects, and the money idea of money just kind of sullies that slightly.
Yeah, I guess that's more what I thought. I guess that was where my brain
Yeah.
went, because I
And-
don't see it as a business. I see it more as
Exactly.
a pastime.
Right. But there is a business about it. So it's just one of those things that both exist, and it's just weird that both exist. Right?
Yeah.
So I understand.
Yeah, and so I retract my statement.
There you go. Now, see, this is the thing, everybody. We fucking talked about it. We even disagreed, and then we came to a consensus. It's crazy, that.
Yes,
And boom.
my mind was changed.
That's right. It's crazy that can happen. Man,
Yes.
the things
My
we do on
opinion-
this show.
All through the wonders of communication.
Communication.
Indeed.
Some would say discussion and or discourse.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but that would be too on brand.
Yeah, I think that would be
You're
true.
right. Yeah, no one would say that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other life? Okay, this is the Garibay we love. True.
Yes.
He's getting there. Excuse me.
He's achieving his final form.
This is what I was promised.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, Garibay's players sound wonderful. They give him compliments. Mine just call me an asshole and say I'm evil.
Same.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
That's why I use their barbs to rise above them.
That's right.
It's like, oh, okay. Think it wasn't good? I'll fucking show you. Rat stampede, you big bastards.
I'll improve, you bastards. Playing video games helps with hand-eye coordination. How does that help you get a job that isn't at a fast food joint?
A lot of doctors and shit actually played video games.
Yeah, but it's not a prerequisite here.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Haven't you seen those ads?
Have you ever heard of Dr. Mario, perhaps?
Goddamn right.
Oh, you know what? That's true. I'm sorry.
And Dr. Styles?
Also true. Trauma Center.
You heard of
Ironically,
the
Trauma
game-
Center is probably the most useless one for becoming a doctor.
Oh, 100%.
It's
Have
just a
you
stick.
Have you ever heard of a little game called Ace Attorney?
Oh,
Yes.
true.
That's why I'm a
true.
lawyer.
That's right. I played those games, and now I am in law.
Yeah, I am fucking. That's all the law school I need.
It's true. I just need to just ignore the chain of evidence. I need to ignore that active crime scenes are a thing. Just go into them and take everything that I need and get
need
really
to-
Yeah,
lucky.
just take
Your
evidence and put it in my
motive.
fucking
Yeah.
pocket.
Yeah,
I love those games. I need to play the
game.
new one.
these games are really good.
Yeah, really fun.
Oh, Scott, you not only have you entered multiple times, but you've been on the other side of the interview table. Maybe I have questions about
What?
You know,
God
about my
help
resume,
me.
how I interview. Like,
I don't want to imagine Scott Garibay as a hiring manager.
He's
That
a-
kind of makes
Yeah, wait, whoa, okay. So, okay.
I don't want to imagine having to write a cover letter to Scott Garibay.
Oh,
This is a false equivalency. 100%.
well, actually, Aiden, I guess if you had to, it would be really fucking easy. You just say, "I'm a good DM," and he's like, "You're fucking hired."
Right.
Yeah.
Tell him that you've had experience and you're 2 or 12. You can lie. It's fine.
Yeah.
I like. Okay. So.
Yeah,
So you've hired people, and you've been hired. So that means that you can. I mean, it does mean that you have at least some experience with it, which does mean that you could help with that process a little bit. But there are more factors here than that, because what is the job you're hiring for?
Yeah.
Like, what was the job that you were hiring for? Like, both of those things are kind of important. The skills that are required for any job are sometimes astronomically
Vastly
different.
different.
Yeah. And the problem here is that D&D is so universal and easy for you to get if you just read the book easily. Like, it just fucking,
You're in.
You're there. You can be on either side. It's just like that, you know? And I know you
Yeah.
don't believe that, Scott. I really do know that you don't believe that, but
Unfortunately for you,
that's
it's
how
true.
that's how it is, and it is not the same thing. It's just
Yeah.
not, because somebody could just read the book and never DM before or play before and could DM. Like,
Yeah.
it's just whereas if you're in a hiring position, you probably should have had experience before that.
Yeah.
You probably should know about the company, you know, that's like, wah, ha, wah, okay. Do a fucking what's the Johnny Bravo for a second. I just you know,
God damn it.
I play video games all the time, and I'll tell you, my hands aren't very steady. Well, you got to play more so that you can become a good doctor.
See, here's the thing: if you're gonna play if you play video games and you want to be a doctor, but your hands aren't steady, then paint miniatures.
Ah, true.
Then you'll be able to cut people open.
That's right. That's right.
I mean,
You'll learn the
heal them.
techniques. Right. Whoa. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Miss-
that's what it's all about. Yeah, heal them.
Heal
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
I know the hippopotamus oath.
You know, strangely enough, I'd never heard that before. That's a good
Really? You never heard that
variation
one before?
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
The
The hippopotamus oath is eat people in the river and be an asshole.
That's true.
Like,
That
at
is
all
true.
times. Don't even fucking be nice to alligators.
That is true. You're right. Oh, hippopotamus are dangerous.
Fucking it. Goddamn, yeah.
Yeah. Missed the last
Murder
8
high
minutes.
score.
Is he finally getting there? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
what do I wear to dress? You know, what do I wear a suit? Do I not? You know, like, and people will come and they'll ask you for that. Or
Hey, you're a
somebody will be
DM.
like,
Do I wear a suit to this interview?
What do I wear to my D&D session? I don't know, man.
Fucking short sleeves.
do whatever
shorts.
you want, dude.
They're really
I don't-
comfy, and they let you
Yeah.
run around in the grass and whatever that quote is.
Oh, yeah. The
God damn it.
Rattata kid. That's right.
Joey.
Yes. Good
We
stuff.
Scott, my girlfriend kicked me out, and I have to be
Okay.
out on Saturday.
What?
And I need help moving my furniture.
You're a DM. You read books. You know how to do that.
Whoa, where are we? Where did we go? Where am I? Wait a minute. I'm sorry. What does being a DM have to do with that at all?
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I'm your DM, but don't come to me with your fucking marital issues. I don't give a
Right,
shit.
yeah, I just well, so it's not even about, it's just
Yeah, okay.
Hey, man,
It's not that I don't give a
you're-
shit.
I have,
but-
a, I have a possible link.
Okay, yeah. Please.
Reading books strengthens your mind.
Okay.
And stay with me.
Right.
Oh, no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now, he said, "Hey Scott, can you help me move my stuff so I can, I don't know, crash on the couch," which we know Scott Garibay has.
That's right.
Yeah.
He has a
Um,
house. Yeah.
Yeah. So he wants Scott Garibay to help him move his stuff. And have you ever heard of a little turn of phrase known as mind over matter?
Oh
my god!
I see.
How do you man?
And because he himself, the person in this scenario that he has made up and created himself, is a DM too.
Yeah.
Then it really, because he has to have a player's handbook and a dungeon master's guide and a monster manual. That just so it all. Oh, it's all there now. I understand.
Not only does he have the player's
Not
only does he have the player's handbook and stuff, he's also got a house. So he's got a lot of shit.
Well,
maybe.
no, he no longer has a home, and I don't think he has a house.
No, it's not. It's okay that he doesn't have a house. It's just that he has stuff in it because he's getting kicked out and he has to move his stuff. So if he's a dungeon master, that means he owns a house, and usually that means you have some amount of possessions.
Okay,
usually.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, who better to move stuff in a house than someone
Garibay?
who also owns a house and stuff? Definitively.
Yes. Now I'm with you.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I just needed that little bit at the end. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Man, if you need a friend to move stuff, they don't need to have played D&D. This is ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid. If I want someone to fucking help me move shit, I'm not going to ask the guy who fucking, reads books all the time. Unless he's also jacked, which I guarantee you he's not. Because I'm going to tell you a little secret about role-playing people. We're not all jacked.
What?
It's not JoJo.
Oh
We're not 15 years old and like 6'4".
I've looked down and I lost all my. Oh, I had it all, and now it's gone.
All your muscles, and now they're just evaporating.
That's crazy. It's like I wasn't one of those people that was jacked. That's crazy.
Yeah.
To be a proper dungeon master, you must also be a life coach for all your players. Yes.
This
is what I am learning. You are guiding them in life.
Yeah.
What is this about? Why is this guiding when you are being asked to help to move?
It's a social contract.
True.
What is this weird parasocial bullshit that Scott believes?
Yeah, because I will say that the social contract does exist, but it's not this.
It's not this at all. Dude, all of my friends around here that I play D&D with on Wednesdays, I would ask them to help me move, but not because we play D&D, because they're my friends.
Because they're friends.
Yeah. Right? Like,
well, here's the thing.
Man. Yeah.
This is the thing, though. They may be friends,
right?
But friends are temporary. Dungeon masters are eternal.
That's true. You're right.
So they're not going to be your friends forever, mostly because they'll eventually die.
Your DM.
Right.
Yes,
that's right.
But your DM will live on forever.
I mean, they are a god. This is true.
Indeed. Not only will they live on forever in your mind and heart, they'll also live on forever by living forever.
That's right. It's literal, in fact.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm learning
Fuck
so
metaphor.
much.
There's no metaphors in this fucking dojo.
That's right.
Punch people.
But you are guiding them, right? When you have 5 players, one's going to be behind you, right?
What?
And when they see how
only one
tolerant and patient you are in playing in running your Dungeons and Dragons game, right? And making these additional worlds for them, they're going to be like, Scott, you've made this super helpful, wonderful world for me here in Dungeons and Dragons.
I just have to point this out. Every time he's like, Scott, instead of saying, oh, just
that's a good fucking point.
Inserting anyone else into this hypothetical situation. It's always him, because this happens to him all the time.
I remember the other day when my friend said, hey, Aiden, you're smart and funny and wonderful.
That's right.
Yeah, right? I have that all the time.
I also have self-esteem issues. So man, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's really
this is
fucking
insane. I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's great.
These additional worlds for them, they're going to be like, Scott, you've made this super helpful, wonderful world for me here in Dungeons and Dragons. Can you help me make my IRL world better? Right?
What?
Can you help me what?
Can you help me
my IRL world better?
Yes. You've made a very good fun experience in a fantasy game. Can you help me make my IRL world better?
No.
Okay, so
I'm not your fucking therapist.
okay, now, not saying that this is impossible, right? It is improbable.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah.
If a friend said that to me, I would get seriously, actually concerned about their grip on reality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. I'd be like, dude, we gotta talk. Are you okay?
Well, here's the thing. I would take this the wrong way first because I'd be
Sure.
like, oh,
Yeah, it's
shit.
a joke, right? Yeah.
Because I would fucking laugh. I would legitimately think they were joking.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is a totally rational response. That's the thing.
Yeah, and then when they're like, I'm serious, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm not the one to help you with this, man.
Dude, yeah, no, that you gotta seek a person, a therapist.
Boo, I need you to get me a job.
Too fucking bad.
Hey man,
I'm busy painting.
See, now I can get you a job. You won't be paid. And you'll probably have to go overseas quite a few times. But I can get you a job.
Just as long as I see all the profits.
Oh,
sure.
that's without question. I mean, you'll have a job, though. This is what you wanted, right?
It's like, you know what? I got it.
I
Tell you what.
genie.
I can get you a job. I'll just quit mine and put in a good word for you, and then you give me all the paychecks.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? Like, yeah, and so... Okay, oh boy.
God, these are so what? Well, I mean, hey,
we got
not
there.
disappointed.
Yeah,
we got there.
we got
to
there.
the bad
I
shittery.
just again, not impossible, but man, there's something else. There's something deeper here that you gotta get going because I just it's crazy. It's insane.
It is mentally ill.
In a way, yeah, I would say so. Absolutely. You should seek help.
Yes.
I just got scared for all the people that are on the road with Scott Garibay.
Yeah.
As if his grip on
day.
reality is this compromised.
Yeah, I know. Oh man.
Where does he drive?
Around.
Where does he go? Where does he go where we cannot follow?
Yes. And honestly, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
I think the way is closed, and I am happy about
The way
it.
is shut. It is guarded by those who he has run over. The way is shut.
The way is shut and paved with the corpses of those he has encountered before. Just
paved with the corpses of dungeon gooders.
That's right. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he did make it. That's true. He made it, boys. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, what do we expect from Garibay? It always happens.
Hang on, I'm just going to ask Stephen Hawking to help me move. That's right. Yeah, he was probably great at Dungeons and Dragons. That's the thing.
I mean, hell, it's just put everything on the chair and then fucking go.
That's true.
Don't even have to lift.
That's right. Oh man.
Right? And it's not all the time. It's, it might only be 2-3 points in time for a particular player, and but it's real. You will IRL guide players, right? If you engage as Dungeon Master. And this is why I keep repeating, do not call people to be a Dungeon Master lightly. It will impact their real life. It will take time out of their real life.
That's true.
Right? It will take
It will take time, yes.
100% I agree with that one statement, that it will take time out of their life to be a Dungeon Master. Yes. Let's
also.
Did you guys hear his
guys,
voice crack?
I did not.
Yeah.
No.
Also, guys, whatever you do, don't call somebody to read a book.
That's right.
It'll take time out of their lives.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't call someone to play video games.
Don't do it.
Watch podcasts.
Right. Yeah.
Or to do anything.
That's right.
It'll take time out of their lives.
I make sure not to recommend this podcast to my friends.
That's
Indeed.
right. Yeah.
Me neither.
I would never do it. That's right. I agree. Time is precious, right? Time is the one thing that we all have a very finite amount of, and we cannot get back. Yes, that
Maybe
is
you do.
existential. Well, yeah, it's true. I will die before you. But
Really?
I don't know.
Fucking taking bets right now. No.
But it's one of those things where I agree with that as a concept because it's existential, and I think about it all the time, and it really fucks and keeps me up sometimes. But
Yeah.
not this. Not in this sense, my man.
Yeah, not in this context.
It's not.
You guys speak for yourselves. I'm already in New Game Plus.
Oh, that's true. You are.
Who did you play? What was your class before?
Mm.
It was
Class?
Risk Taker.
Ah.
Oh.
right.
What was your race? Do you remember?
Yeah, Gremlin.
Man.
That's cool. You
If
traded,
I wanted-
you traded down, man.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man. Okay.
We're there.
Players, right? If you engage as Dungeon Master, and this is why I keep repeating, do not call people to be a Dungeon Master lightly. It will impact their real life. It will take time out of their real life.
real
Right?
life.
It will take emotional equity from them. It will take intellectual equity from them. It will take spiritual equity. Like sometimes joy is sad.
Equity? Is that the right? I
That's
guess,
not really the right
I
term
don't-
for
let me-
this.
Yeah,
but
look up
it's
equity.
It's applicable.
yeah, but it's really not.
I'm
the
looking
best
at
way
it,
to
it
go.
says-
Yeah, equity is like soft value.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see the quality of being fair and impartial, which is different. I see the value.
The only
of
equity
shares.
I'm aware of is like fucking
Home
real
equity.
estate.
Yeah. Oh, the value of a mortgage property after deduction of charges against it. Okay.
Clearly, that's what he means.
A trade union to which most professional actors belong in the U.S., U.K., and several other countries. An equity card.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
I
Well,
understand.
that's what he means.
Again, I understand what he's trying to say, but I don't think equity
Is the right
technically
term.
works.
That would be because it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. Anyway, emotional, spiritual, and physical equity, or was it mental? I don't know.
Spiritual.
Everything.
Okay. Yeah, it was all of the above. Okay.
By, I didn't want to help that player, that player I had move his furniture on a Saturday, but I knew he was at his, one of the lowest points in his life, right? And I had to help. I had
So-
to, and I had to
So,
get it.
so,
So basically, what you're
okay,
saying is
but
that you
I'm-
only helped your friend because you're
Yeah.
a DM.
So,
I was
exactly.
just gonna say that.
Yeah,
So
instead of
were you saying that you didn't help him because you're his friend?
I was just gonna say that you didn't help him because you're not a decent human being.
Yeah.
Like, out of the goodness of your heart, when somebody asks you for help, that is your friend that also happens to be a D&D player with you.
Yeah.
That is what you gravitate to.
Yeah, you go, I don't know, I'm not training you to be DM.
Wow, just the implications there are fucking staggering.
Yeah, they are foul.
they are.
Oh, like I am shook. I am
Shookeneth.
shooketh.
Yes.
I am.
By the way, speaking of shook, did you guys see the fucking Elden Ring video that I put up, the Bubble Boys?
I haven't watched
Yes,
it
I
yet,
did.
but
It's really good.
I'll watch
Anyway,
it
go on.
after. But okay, so any moral obligations or any ethical things that I think that Garibay would choose the correct choice in, if I ever did before, I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Because
If I had a friend with a limp and another friend who was physically unable to walk,
right.
I would rip the wheelchair out of the friend who is physically unable to walk
And give it to
and
the
give it to the friend who is limping.
because he is
Because
in my
they're the
D&D
DM.
group.
Because
Yes.
they're the one I'm training to be DM.
That's right.
Yes.
Well,
See, it's you know what's good? You know what's
Yeah.
really good?
yeah.
This explains our dynamic.
Hmm.
We only hang out with each other
Mhm.
and respect one another. and like, you know, have good games.
Right.
Because we're all
we've all been
DMs.
DMs.
Yes, that's true. You're right.
Yes.
Yep.
But
Otherwise, fuck all of you.
you know what though?
What?
I would say that I was perhaps it was me just misreading the room, but I thought I was part of the group and was at least somewhat liked before I became a DM.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah,
friend.
no.
It really didn't start being a mutual respect and understanding until you actually started DMing.
It didn't
all
become
three
a
of us.
mutual respect until it could be a mutual respect.
Yes, exactly.
Indeed. There were times, like, I remember this quite clearly, because I was there, and because I'm a DM.
That's right.
I remember this,
Very
that there
intelligent,
were
very
times
handsome.
when me and Alejo and Brogan would gather around our computer screens with candles lit, wearing robes, and do...
Actually.
Aiden is not a DM. And that's it.
Right, but we were secretly training you. That's the
Yes.
thing. We were secretly training you, and the only reason we kept
And
you
you
around.
didn't call me lightly either.
That's right.
Indeed.
We did not. This is fucking insane.
Yeah, this is really stupid.
Oh my god.
This is dumb as hell.
just-
Man, well, hey, we got there.
I know.
I was
know.
concerned.
I will say I'm not disappointed.
He got dangerously close to making a not horrendous video.
Oh, absolutely.
But he made it
Crisis
in the end.
averted.
Yeah.
Monkey says, so this is a true story. I thought he made it up. Yeah, no, I think this is a true story. Yes.
You think Garibay would lie?
You would go on the internet and tell lies? You think you would do that?
No.
At the
God.
end of the day, I had to guide by saying, you're not as worthless as you think you are, because this woman has just left you.
Wow.
Okay, so again, this isn't because you're a DM guiding them at all. This is just because you're a decent human being, or at least I fucking hope that you.
Yeah.
I know you're not anymore because you've literally made it very clear. But if you're a decent person and somebody who is your friend, comes to you and says,
no, protege.
"Oh, I'm sorry, but I would hope if they
It's
are
over, Anakin. I have the moral high ground.
I am your DM."
God damn.
You were
I've been wanting
supposed
to use
to
that one
bring
for a long time.
balance to the edition.
What?
You're supposed to bring balance to the edition.
Not leave it in darkness. Not leave it in 4.
I need somebody out there to make a meme of Garibay being Obi-Wan and that whole I need it to be a video. I just need to see it, and I want Garibay
have the
clips.
moral high ground.
I want Garibay voice clips in there. I just need to see it. Okay, you don't obviously you don't have to do it if you don't want to. No obligations here. I just would love to see it. I just would. Oh my god. Okay.
What the fuck?
All right.
It's so good. Every fucking time.
I just, I was really hoping in a way that it would be,
It
not.
makes the soul feel bubbly.
I don't feel anything anymore, I'll be honest. I'm here. I'm numb. I'm ready, I guess. No, I'm never ready. It sparks something and then that something dies.
Yeah. It's always just defeat after one of his videos.
A pleasant defeat, because it's over at that point. It's done.
It's like the game was rigged from the start.
That's right. Oh my god.
I'm getting a lot of references in tonight. Shit.
That's right.
Right? There's still value in it. I see it, right? Don't give up. I'm
You're not
guiding
worthless.
you.
I'm guiding you.
And it is astounding, right? And guidance. There are guidance counselors, right? There are people who guide.
What?
Dude, I remember,
No. I thought they were all just dungeon masters.
Dude, I remember the time I saw my friend was standing on a bridge, and I said, "Hey, don't you dare jump. We have D&D next Tuesday."
Yeah. And I remember the time I said, God damn it, I hope Aiden wakes up. This is really gonna fucking ruin my campaign.
That's right.
That's true.
See, the thing is, the difference is, I actually said that.
You did say that. I remember that being kind of a joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good. Oh man.
Sorry,
That is how you should have known that I would have been okay and survived the accident.
That's right.
Because I was a DM.
That's
Indeed.
right. You were a DM at that point. You were eternal. I just love
I
the.
wonder if the Emperor of Mankind was a DM.
Oh, of course he was.
Oh, clearly.
Oh, there's no other way. And he started when he was 1.
Started before he was even born.
That's
dude.
true. He was
Started
when
he
he
was
was
sperm.
That started when he was
He
no.
started
It started
when he was -1.
Yeah, he was 5 other people before they even converged.
Yes.
So
They were all DMs.
That's right.
since
Oh,
they were
oh my
born.
god, yeah,
Just-
that's it. It's like DM Voltron.
exactly. I just love the very random feeling, because I know it does kind of make sense in context, but overall it doesn't make sense that guidance counselors do exist.
Yeah, it's just a really funny statement.
It's just a thing that he said.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I know, but this has nothing to do with anything that you're doing. A guidance counselor is there to help children in school.
Yeah.
Right? To make sure that they're doing okay and all that stuff. That's
It's
true.
funny.
There's the equivalency there, but that's where it stops.
Yeah, it's funny to me because, like, for a whole other reason.
Sure.
There's a lot of times where I'm like, not a lot, but I remember distinctly saying in the past, treat your players like how you would treat dogs. Of course,
Yeah.
I always said it like, treat your players like dogs.
Right,
But
right.
what I mean is, in that context, you reward the good things that they do, and you try to ignore the bad things that they do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But in this case, you're actually treating them like dogs.
In a way. Oh my god. Okay. Every neuron of his brain is connected to every other. That's true.
Oh my god. Wait, aren't all brains like that?
No.
No.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
I didn't know that.
He's using the American school definition of friend, which basically means acquaintance, yet they still expect you to treat them like an actual friend. I see. This sounds so much like don't give up. I've put too much time and effort in you for you to fail.
Yeah.
It is literally the
If-
I'm living through you
if-
in a way, right? Like the
Like,
parent
yeah.
for the
If
fucking pageants.
your your friend.
That's right.
Hmm.
You can't let them depreciate, my dude.
Yeah.
As soon as you
I'm
drive
dying.
your friend off the lot.
Oh god.
Oh my god. I got interrupted, but I was about to say I was starting to think of that D&D chick track a minute ago. I think it was called Dark Dungeons. I don't know what you're referring to.
Yeah.
I'm dying. So, let's
I can
continue.
tell.
Oh,
COVID still?
no, I just still have a cough afterwards.
Oh, damn, that sucks.
I'm good. Like, I'm actually entirely healthy. It's just the cough. This is a thing with me. If I get a cough ever, it lasts
just
way
lasts a long
longer than
time.
it should. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Aiden, did I know you then? No, I didn't, I don't think. But there was a time in college where I got a really bad cough, and they thought, at least when I went to the
I remember you having that cough.
okay, then I did know you then. I don't remember. That time is long ago.
You can
I
still
only
explain
remember
it to me.
I only remember the good things. But anyway, so I
Oh.
went to
Apparently, I'm not one of them. Cool.
Oh.
oh
Oof.
don't take it like that. I remember everything else
He
that
wasn't
we
training
did.
you to be a DM, so I mean.
That's true. You weren't a DM
Yeah.
then. Neither was I. Anyway,
Oh.
so I go to the
I can't blame you for wanting to forget that.
yeah. There's a few things.
You know what? Though?
Yeah.
I died.
That's right.
After I became a DM, meaning
Yeah.
I have been a DM all my life.
True.
That's true.
That's true.
What the fuck?
But yeah, I was just gonna say I went to the on campus fucking like medical thing, and
God,
they thought that I had like they were fucking great.
Did they think they like you broke the bones in your lungs?
So they thought that I had whooping cough.
Okay.
Which I didn't. They gave me antibiotics just in case.
I thought that was a thing that only affected kids.
No.
Yeah, well, so it can affect. I think it can affect adults, but it's like more rare.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a child only thing.
Yeah. It's more common in children.
Yeah.
So I was like,
children are fucking gross.
that's true.
Yes.
And
their immune systems are fucking weak.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
And I was just like
fucking
oh, okay.
flimsy paper.
I was just like, oh, okay, I'm not, like, doing that, but sure, I guess. The antibiotics might help with the cough. So I took my antibiotics, and then the cough lasted another 2 months.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucked. It was really
Well,
bad.
at least those antibiotics worked for you.
Yeah, no, dude, I was antibioticed. I can tell you that much.
Like, man, it might have lasted 2 months and a day.
Right, exactly. So... Yeah, that's just how coughs go with me. I fucking died.
That is a shame.
Yeah. All right.
People who through life. Now, what we're doing is not guidance. Is not the same as a guidance counselor.
Oh, thank God!
It's better.
Guidance is a discipline, and we are guides. We guide them as players. We guide them as dungeon masters, and we guide them as people.
Oh,
right?
he said the exact thing I was hoping he would say.
Dungeon mastering is a calling. Do not impress this request upon anyone. Do not request anyone to become a dungeon master lightly. Think twice.
I wish you would just end it at do not request anyone to be a dungeon master. I am the only one.
Yeah.
Right.
Person struggling in IRL, right?
Really? Why do you
lift them up
using
IRL?
Struggle, right?
In real life.
Did he actually say it? I
like
didn't even. I'm not.
He
paying
did.
attention.
He said in IRL.
Oh my God.
It's like saying
I hate that.
ATM machine.
Yes.
Or 6 a.m. in the morning.
Yep.
I hate that shit. Oh my God.
6 p.m. at 2 p.m. at night.
It's not even night. It's just the afternoon. Ah.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyway.
To be a DM while they're struggling with their own while there's more struggle than success, right? We all struggle. I have struggles. I struggle with humility.
Oh, no shit.
Really?
Whoa. Wait a minute.
I struggle. Garibay, here's the thing. Wait. He struggles with humility because he has too much. Too much. Too humble.
Yeah.
That's the one.
It's not pride when it's true.
God damn it. Anyway, sorry.
I need to. No, you're good. I need to know this entire list of things that he is at fault with. I just need to know. So I need to hear that again.
I need to learn that my God he was once a man.
Right. Yes. He was flawed.
Yes.
While they're
not
struggling
anymore.
with their own while there's more struggle than success, right? We all struggle. I have struggles. I struggle with humility. I struggle with contentment, right? Those are two things I've really struggled with lately.
Contentment.
Contentment.
I think everybody struggles with that.
Being content? Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of the human fucking condition, my dude.
It's one of those things that people kind of strive to be content.
I wouldn't say that he struggles with being content because he's always improving.
True.
If you're an evangelical Christian, pray for me. I would much be a prayer. If you're not, I'm not sure how you could help. But thanks anyway.
You're a DM. You don't need help.
Yeah. So it doesn't. Fuck it.
So basically, and it's real. Like, this is one of the greatest callings of our lives, and I want to remind each and every one of you, when you say, "Hey, you should be a dungeon master," you better know what you are asking. You are asking them to emotionally, spiritually, intellectually warp themselves, right? You're calling them to be what is beyond human. Most humans struggle a lifetime to master even.
I did not know that DMing was transhumanism.
No, that's right. No, we've told you that a few times. Yeah, that's the thing.
I did not know that by
No,
being
yeah.
a DM, I was the equivalent of an Archimagos.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you
well,
you
see,
are a
here's the
space
thing.
marine. Absolutely.
His whole deal is that you have to master all these disciplines, and there are people who have spent their entire lives mastering one, like Martha Stewart. Remember that?
Right, Martha Stewart. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And so to master all 10, God, you
Yes,
must
they-
be superhuman.
Yeah, that's the whole. That's like
That's the whole crux.
To be
That's the whole
DM,
thing.
you are not human. That,
Indeed.
No, you are above human.
I'm gonna ruminate on that for a bit.
Okay.
That
Is a statement and a half.
Yes.
That is a statement that is the equivalent of a Werther's original, and I'm just gonna suck on it for a bit.
Werther's original or fucking good and plenty.
I forgot. I honestly forgot about because he said it before many a time, and that's the context that you need. That being a DM is
Yes.
transhuman.
You must-
so
Yes, you must be above humanity.
yeah, you become a being that is above humanity. If
You
you're
know
a DM.
Superman? He couldn't do it.
No, God no. I
Flash couldn't do it. He can think in an attosecond. You don't even know what an attosecond is, but he can do it.
That's right. It's worth looking into. Good for a laugh. Okay, I'll look into it. Maybe.
What is?
The Dark Dungeons thing. From before.
Yes.
Superhuman. Yes. It's
Indeed.
important. We're almost
It's
there.
not just important, it's vital.
It's necessary. Yeah.
A single bullet point for a dungeon master. Dungeon mastering is the call to master 10 bullet points that other humans spend a single lifetime mastering, right? And I believe
Just one lifetime, though.
that
Yeah.
Gary
Stop
knew
making
what
it
he
sound so
was
anime.
doing. He was creating the next evolution of humanity. And
So. Oh my God! Wait a minute.
I actually love it.
Gary Gygax.
That's
creating-
that's just a new version of what he's been saying before.
The new. I want.
Oh,
Okay.
The new human.
I would officially like to request a meme to all our dear listeners. Make like a meme showing the human evolutionary, like, you know,
Pain,
you
yeah,
got
with the
the
monkeys.
lizard, the monkey,
yeah.
to Cro-Magnon man, and then human, and then make the final one a man sitting down at a table saying "roll for initiative."
Yeah, that
Hell
would be
yeah.
good. That would be absolutely good.
I actually would buy that shirt.
Yeah. Like,
So then, people design that shirt, and we'll make it an official shirt and sell it.
oh my God.
Alejo, get on that.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. It's money for you and us.
Yeah,
I
was gonna say, the
I
dice.
want that shirt. I want the TableTalk dice.
That's right.
Yes.
Like,
I mean, obviously.
I just
Who doesn't?
yeah, true. I
Made
just
of high quality premium plastic.
I like okay, so he said before cuz he was it's more that he was alluding to this before cuz he never outright stated this, okay?
Yeah.
Now he's outright stated this.
Yeah.
And I didn't think
it rests different on the eardrums, doesn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. And I am so much more concerned than I was before.
Because, and here's the other thing. On top of all that, which is absolutely 100% correct, this is the last video.
This is the
So
last
this is what
one of
he's
his
leaving
This
you
is
on.
his
Right.
conclusion.
Yes, this is the conclusion of his playlist of points.
Yes. This is
And-
the end. This is the end point. The end game,
Oh,
as it were.
That's true, as it would be. How did we get here?
I don't know, man.
How did he get here? You know, how did he look at Dungeon Magazine? How did he look at the modules that Gary wrote? How did he look at D&D and go, this equals ascension?
Godhood.
Yeah.
This is my new Bible.
This is my apotheosis. Okay?
So
like,
that's such a cool word.
it is
Anyway,
a
go on.
great word. I love it. But, like,
Yes.
where
Like, you
are
fucking-
we?
Where did we go? How am I here? What timeline is this? And is it the good one?
No. It's not the good one. That's for goddamn sure. I imagine this exists in all timelines. Let's be honest.
It is a universal constant. You are correct.
Yes.
This moment in time.
Multiversal constant.
Yes.
Garibay is paracausal.
Yeah.
He's like Zoom.
I just.
And that's Zoom from like the Flash.
Yeah. No, I got
yeah.
you. I'm still.
I thought you meant he was brought on by COVID and just kind
No.
of and I was like, fitting.
I could have gone a different way and said, "Oh, he's that old children's TV show that."
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the Flash
Yeah.
villain who became literally a living paradox
That's right.
because he exists in all timelines because he's done so much time travel bullshit.
Yeah, I just, somebody please needs to make me understand.
Can we get a wellness check on Scott Garibay?
Yeah, right. Well, he's made a video recently, so he's still okay.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
stupid.
pretty sure.
No, we're talking mental illness.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. There's no one who can understand enough to get there. I'm pretty sure that I saw one that was rather recent. Let me make sure.
Okay, that's good.
J. Scott Garibay. He's the fourth result on my search here.
Yeah.
Of course he is. 5 hours ago. He's fine.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic. Cue up that video next.
No.
Sure, he's improved.
It's all right. We've spent like 2.5 hours on this video. All of, like, oh my god. What's his origin story? I don't know. I want to know and I want to understand. I want to see the moment that the spark enters his eyes that led to this.
Yeah.
Because I can't understand it. And I want to understand it, and I feel like if I ever did, I would actually be mad. Like,
yes.
I would be like, I would be on this
Incensed.
level.
Yeah, this is full-on Lovecraftian knowledge here.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I would be in an asylum. Like, I don't know how. I just need to know, but I know that it's a path to destruction.
Yes,
I
that's
know
the thing. That you can't let that curiosity get the better of you. You have to
Exactly.
look into the abyss, see that it's fucked up, and say, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Yeah, so say, cool enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But it's hard.
Yes.
Because you're just so goddamn curious.
I know. Yes.
It calls out to you with its crooning beauty.
Yeah, with its fucking
Ooh.
clarion call
Good
of
ones. Yes.
Dungeon Master.
That's right. You just hear the whispers. Dungeon
Master. God damn it.
I had to go. Did I miss something? Oh yeah. Oh
Dude,
yeah, you did. Sorry, Mongoose.
It has been a trek.
It just
Yes,
I don't
it
know.
has.
I honestly don't know.
Fucking roller coaster of emotions and godhood.
Dude, it has, after everything, seeing Scott Garabay's conclusion has made me actually agree with him.
Fair. You know what? Fair. Oh my god. There's still another. Oh my god.
Humanity's next evolution is not physical. It is emotional, spiritual, and intellectual.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
I will say, very well could be. Very well could be, but it's not because of Dungeons and Dragons. Or Gary Gygax.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Are going to have more joy, right? To be able to contain more joy. I contain more joy as a dungeon master than I could as a regular person because I speak with 1,000 mouths and I live with 1,000 hearts, right? And
Okay.
If I didn't know better, I would have fucking flagged this as a parody video, you know?
Dude,
Yeah.
I have never seen a man speak in a manner more resembling those
There it is.
bullshit, like isms
Yeah.
posters, like the live laugh love
Yeah,
or whatever.
The fucking white 40-year-old Facebook mom posters. Yeah. Yeah.
I have never seen a man more encapsulate the energy of girl boss.
That's right.
By the way, Alejo, you got your meme.
No.
Yep.
No way. Hold
Yep.
on. I got
Or
it.
maybe it was Alejo. I mean, Aiden.
No,
I think
Aiden?
it might
Oh,
have been
did
Aiden.
Aiden get it? Okay.
Either
Either
way,
way,
the
let me-
evolution one.
If it's the
Yes.
evolution. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, God, no.
That's
I
pretty-
forgot.
Okay.
I forgot
Okay,
about
very good.
the other one.
Yeah. No, the other one was a video, but it's good. No, I'll post it. Thank you, Draco Kraken. I see it. Hang on. Oh my god. Oh my god. This has been a trip.
Yeah.
This has been a journey, and one that I was not prepared for.
It's been a journey through the stars. A journey, really, an evolutionary journey.
That's true, just like this meme. There it is.
Yep.
There
It's
it
very
is.
good. I just
Future
love the
man.
addition of fucking Garibay's face to that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Future man. He is future
Okay.
man.
I must bear witness. Oh my god, I love it.
Garibay is future man. That's true.
Thank you, Draco Kraken.
There's nothing wrong with
You
this.
have done me a great service this day. That will be imprinted forever upon my soul. And you think I'm joking, but like
he's not.
I will legit like just think of like this image like 3 years from now and start giggling.
Oh yeah.
Ask it,
Make
it
it
shall
your
be.
fucking desktop background.
I want it to be a desktop background, and it cycles in every now and again, and it's not noticed until one day somebody looks and goes, "What the fuck is that?" And then you just fucking die.
It's a very specific pull. Like,
I just ask and it shall be done poorly.
it's just like
it's good. I like it.
I downloaded the image
Mm.
of one of the chemistry faculty
Yeah.
at my college, and I took like the meme of like, there's a person holding a gun,
Yeah.
and it's just like the hand and just the gun.
Yeah.
Yep, I love
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Yeah.
And I just slapped it on, and it actually looks really good.
Oh.
And I sent it, or I showed it to a few friends because I'm like, I'm not going to like just send this to people.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it like mass distributed, because it could maybe like
Come back.
trace back to me, and oh boy, I don't want to face that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But I showed it to a friend of mine a couple weeks ago, or not really a couple weeks ago, it was a few months ago, really. And he loved it, and I'm like, you know what, like I trust this person enough, where I sent him the copy, and he made it his phone background. And no one questioned it for the longest time until one day when like the professor whose face it was like looked at it, and he's like, "What is that?"
That's fantastic.
And he's like, "Oh, Aiden made it," and he went like, "Oh, of course he made it."
Great. Very good. Oh my god. Let's see. Azathoth? Yes. So he's related to Yog Sothoth. Oh, true. Right. Yog Sothoth. True. We're almost done. We're almost out. Get me out of here.
Every player speaks with 100 mouths and lives with 100 hearts.
Lives for 100 years.
Grow emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually
You
We
mean
do
like how
not-
humans
and
do
actually,
normal?
It's even beyond growth. We transform, and we set the bar for where humanity is going next.
Yes.
That
I don't like.
I don't want to be the bar.
I don't like this imagery of humanity being of humanity being led by the shepherds of dungeon masters out into the stars.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really don't want to be the bar. I really don't want to be where people want to. I'm sorry. You don't want to be me. Thanks. I don't want to be me. Don't put this upon anybody else. Come
What
on.
are you talking about? You're a dungeon master.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely master of something, but it ain't dungeons.
It ain't dungeons.
I just, oh,
That's way too
this
much
is
pain.
this is
You must only be a dungeon okayer.
right. You know what? I'm fine with that.
Okay. So Boo, when are we going to meet in our with our candles and our robes and be like, it was only a dungeon okayer.
Okay, bye.
Fair, yeah.
As soon as I let Brogan know,
Nah, true. Yeah.
just as soon he's got his candles on fucking standby.
As he should.
He's got his
Any-
fucking scented candles, dude.
any good
Actually, I got
dungeon
a
master
scented
would.
candle that's like baked goods. Holy shit, it smells good.
Oh, dude, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I there was some actually. A friend of mine sent me a bunch of Etsy ones that they found that was on like D&D themed, and like
Oh.
some of them were like a bakery, right, or a herb shop, and that
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
cool.
cool little.
Tell me
thing.
one of them was like a slime.
I don't know. I didn't look at
Oh.
all of them, but I saw a few and I was like, oh, these are really neat. And they apparently, I think she got some and she said they smelled good. So
Nice. Yeah, I got baked goods, and I also got one that's a berry smoothie. It's fucking.
Ooh, that
Yeah,
sounds
I never
good.
lit them. I just fucking huffed them.
Yeah, fair.
Because I just don't want smoke and shit in my room. Plus, I just
yeah.
have a regular air freshener now.
Yeah. I don't think he can defend this claim. Oh, you don't think he could? But
Yeah.
the thing is, he would lay down his fucking life for this claim.
Oh,
fucking
absolutely.
bet.
Absolutely.
Like, there's no way
Aiden,
that
I
he
said that
would
first.
not. So he has 10 times the amount of mouths and hearts? Yes. It's quite literal, yes.
So he's a Shoggoth. Got
Yes.
it.
Oh, yeah.
He's a Shoggoth lord.
He's gone through so many
I
different
was
things.
just trying to think of the name of that Lovecraftian creature.
Ah.
I'm like, what the big,
And it's
the
like,
big
no, you're
slimy
angry
ball.
Yeah. Big fucking, oh my god.
It's like you're in my mind.
Yeah.
Dungeon master.
Ah, true.
is what it takes to call someone to be a dungeon master. Do not do it lightly.
Fucking
Choose
stop.
who you ask to do this incredibly carefully, and choose the time you do it incredibly carefully.
Oh.
If you think you found the right person, but their life has more struggle than victory right now, you might have to wait, and you might have
You
to
know what?
monitor.
I will
You might
admit
have
that
to
part
queue
is fair.
your
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
fine.
absolutely.
Don't ask somebody to be a dungeon
So-
master if they're fucking like in a shit place in
Yeah,
their life.
Exactly.
If they're busy,
Yeah, I wouldn't put this on
Yeah.
such high a pedestal as he has, so
Yeah.
I'm going to remove it and bring it down to a layman's fucking point of view. Absolutely. If you got shit going on in your life, you might not have time to be a DM.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would not go to my friend who has just lost their job
Right.
and be like, "So you DMing the next campaign?"
Right, yeah.
But that's because I'm not an insensitive psychopath, which may seem a concept foreign to Scott Garibay.
You would- yeah.
Um,
I know. It's
Actually, technically, it would be a sociopath. Sorry.
well, technically speaking, they're both part of antisocial personality disorder in the DSP-9, so...
Technically, you're absolutely right.
That's right. He must have seen the 1980s moral panic about D&D and thought it was what D&D really was. So now he's trying to usher in the new world order. Oh yeah, no, that's always been the case.
Oh, fucking of course.
That I've never once believed for a second that it was the other way around. Absolutely.
We summon demons all the time.
That's true. He has one hill for every heart and mouth.
Ugh.
And he'll
Each
die upon
shorter than
all
the
of them.
last.
quest, right? but do not take the call to dungeon mastering lightly. It is massive. And anyone out there who is telling you that dungeon
Scott, please
mastering
stop
is
romanticizing it.
is,
Like,
my humble
Scott,
opinion,
please.
outrageously lying and saying something that is not responsible.
So if you say Alejo,
Yeah.
I think we need to now have a talk
Right, you're right. I'm sorry.
about what was just said.
Right, you're right.
Saying that dungeon mastering is easy. You're outright lying,
I
or
know.
something. The other thing that he
I'm
said, I already
outright
forgot.
lying and being incredibly irresponsible.
Yes,
I believe is what he
that.
said.
So
you know what? It's been a rough time. I think right now I need to just so
commit seppuku.
I've made a few lapses in my judgment. I need to do the YouTuber apology, you know?
Yeah,
I felt the YouTuber
Thank you.
apology video.
Thank you. Yep. I you know what? I should really actually just do that and just make it, because that's and just use all of this
and then like link it to Garibay.
yeah. Just
That would be amazing.
I just oh man, I might make it as a meme and just put it on our channel just for people to watch. But man, that's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah, right. Jesus Christ, it's so stupid.
Fuck off with this.
It's so dumb.
It's just like and Aiden, the word you used, romanticizing, is perfect for this, because but it's more than that. That's the problem. It's both romanticizing, but also just he's
Self-aggrandizing.
yeah, well, self-aggrandizing, but what I mean,
Deifying.
Thank you, deifying. That's the word that I wanted. Deifying it to such a degree
Yeah,
that is
insane.
insane.
It's laughable.
And he's always doing this, and I don't get it.
Yeah, the fact that you don't get it means that you're still sane. You're
I
good.
know, and that's good.
Yeah.
Right? And I want people to be responsible when they call anyone to be a dungeon master, because the idea that it's simple or easy is ludicrous. All that's my opinion.
Ludicrous.
I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider.
So should we look at the comments? I'm honestly genuinely pretty curious.
I'll get the comments up. Give me a second here. Oh, that's insane. It's fucking insane. Every time. Okay. Let's see what people have to say about this. And it's probably not too much, but we shall see. So I want you to know that this video has 1 like and 6 dislikes.
Okay.
48 views only, and we are one of those.
Okay. Is it new or is it pretty old?
No, this is November 8th of 2021.
Okay, so
Relatively
only a few months ago, actually.
Yeah, relatively kind of new. Strange. Someone needs to make a channel that's just nothing but apology videos. Oh, that would do really well.
Honestly,
I feel like people would really like that.
You might have some of the bigger channels watching you for notes.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, I'll read both of the comments because there's only 2 on this video.
Okay.
How long is this one? Oh, it's long. Okay, here we go.
Is it Lux?
No. This is from the Gibsons.
Okay.
I think I would put your last section under Guardian. Oh, I see. A fellow purveyor of the Garibay. When lockdown was at its worst, a few of the players around the table lost jobs, so 2 or 3 times a week, I cooked extra for the family and dropped a hot meal off for them and bought them essentials: bread, cheese, eggs, etc. But I did this not as a DM, but just as someone who wanted to look out for my friends.
Yes.
The rest I absolutely agree with.
That's called not being a psychopath.
Yes, exactly, right? Although some falls into Adjudicator too, but absolutely everyone should be enjoying the game and not being offended by other players around the table. I also think making sure people are interacting enough is important. Not the ones that just want to sit on their phones and just see their friends, etc. But the ones who want to interact in game but maybe have anxiety issues or are painfully shy. Just small steps of encouragement at first, making sure to point out when they have done something right, really helpful, or reminding them that anyone can make mistakes if they still mess up.
Yes, that's the whole treating your players like dogs thing. Where, you
Yes, yeah.
In a good way.
Rules-wise, some of the people I've been gaming with for over 20 years still don't know half the basics. Laughing till I'm crying emoji face. I think as long as you have one or two strong players who can help push the narrative and everyone else is having a good time and not being too disruptive, then you're doing okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for this series. It was nice hearing your perspective on things. Flesh-colored thumbs up.
Oh, that's a weird sentence to type out.
Yeah, well, it's the emoji. Sorry, emoji.
I know.
I didn't say emoji at the end. And the other one is from DM Kurt. Remind me, didn't a certain short cartoon dude in a red robe say, "I am the dungeon master and I'll be your guide to the world of Dungeons and Dragons?" ? Yes, the DM is the guide in-game for players who screw around, act like jerks, or don't know the rules, and for showing how the world works. Okay.
I feel like that's like an unfinished sentence.
So he references the old cartoon,
and then that's it.
Which is like, yeah, he said that in the cartoon. It's not
D&D.
It's based on D&D, but it's not D&D.
Yeah, I feel like
it's a different medium.
I feel like that sentence was like, you remember that guy who was the cartoon character and how he did that in the cartoon, and he's the guide to Dungeons and Dragons? I'm not the guide to your life. So that's how it should have gone.
Yeah, the second sentence gives, like, it doesn't feel unfinished. It just feels like it's two non sequiturs, you know?
Yeah.
Yes. I will say yes.
Right.
I'm not sure
with
what the
that
point
exact
is.
inflection.
Yeah, exactly. It's an unsure yes. Yes, the DM is the guide in game. Sorry. Let me read this as accurately as I can.
Okay.
Yes, the DM is the guide in game for players who screw around, act like jerks, or don't know the rules, and for showing someone how the world works. Does that help at all? Because all the pauses were commas.
No.
Okay. Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, that's a
I
terribly
think he's
written
just trying to
sentence.
say that the DM is a guide to those who need it.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's trying to say, in which case
but
I go,
still feel
okay.
like it's like an incomplete thing because it's like, oh, the DM is a guide to this, not a guide to your life. That's what I feel is missing from that fucking sentence there.
See, that's because you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Weird.
I don't, because this feels like
the sentence is complete. That's the thing, but the thought isn't complete.
Yeah, it feels like this is just, I'm agreeing with you, but then
that's it.
Well, so that's the thing. It's just, I'm agreeing with you, and you're waiting for the next bit,
and that's it.
But yeah, that's
like, you know what this actually reminds me of? Have either of you ever seen the movie Hot Fuzz?
Yes. Oh, I love that movie.
Yes.
Great movie.
There is a scene in that movie where the police chief, the bad one, is like,
spoilers.
Yeah, sorry. Mr. Cotter's trimming hedges that don't belong to him. That's it.
Yeah, but that's a joke.
And just have that inflection for no reason, and it's a joke. It's a joke.
Because then I think doesn't Nick he goes,
he's like, yes sir.
Yeah, he's like trying to prompt him for more, and there's nothing else.
Because he's inflected it the way it's like, something is dumb. Trimming hedges that don't belong to him. Yes sir. That's it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's just the inflection is weird.
Yeah,
so that's a joke. That's funny. This is like that, but if it wasn't for funny,
right? Yeah, I don't know. I tried to read it accurately.
Either way, unsure what the point being made is. So yes,
exactly. Yeah. So
what is the next comment?
That was the second one.
Those were both of the comments for that video. So we're gonna move on to our comment.
Oh boy,
that's right. Guide your players to work. That's right, Halo. That's right. You gotta guide them all the time. Yes. Guide those players everywhere. Guide their hips. So, that's not a comment. Okay, sorry. Okay, we'll get to the Patreon. Don't worry about that. We'll get there. But right now, let's read this lovely comment.
You think I'm not going to get to money?
I hate you. So Lux left on our episode.
Oh, he left? Damn.
Well, left on our 100th episode, last episode.
Yes.
The one about 4E. Oh.
Yes.
Clearly, 4E is not an objectively bad system, or there wouldn't be people who like it. A person can only meaningfully... Well, so, actually, let me stop you right there. Could be, and people could still like it. That's not an
Have
equation.
you heard
seen The Room?
Fate of Cthulhu?
Have you seen The Room?
Yeah.
The Room is a movie that exists that is objectively terrible. Funny as
Yes.
fuck. And great.
Same
and
thing
I
with
love it.
Twilight. It's honestly the same reasons. It's funny as hell.
And there are a lot of people who really like the universe and want to see it better. And they like those movies because it's more just like, I would like this to be written better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, anyway.
Yeah.
So, a person can only meaningfully talk about why 4E does or doesn't suit them personally. Really, I would rather see a more objective review than one that's just a dedicated attack or defense. Because I can't very well make a decision on whether I would actually want to play it or not based on such a biased argument. So I have an issue already.
Okay.
So it can be objective, but be a dedicated defense or attack. It can be both, and it really like you can still make like I honestly think that you could make a decision based on that, right? Because somebody could be objective in the sense of like what we were doing and refuting all of the attacks that are being made against 4E, right? And we also had, you know, our passion behind it, or at least, you know, it got me to that point of fucking getting super upset at how much the guy was fucking just...
How much vitriol he was...
it's crazy. But I remained, at least, I hope, objective in most of it, when it came to countering the claims, right?
Yes, I believe so.
So, and I think a dedicated video that would be about either way, as if they were to take those things and give you like the evidence and say this works this way and it is poor, or it doesn't work as well in conjunction with these things, or if somebody else goes in their video, these things work very well. They work entirely well in the system because they all work together in this way, and this is how it functions and all that kind of stuff. So, I obviously, it might be that I'm just misinterpreting some stuff. It might be that case, but I think that that either of those things can work. Additionally, you can have bias. You just need to make sure that your bias is known.
Yeah, you have to temper your bias.
Yes, exactly, and that too. So you can have it be where you go, I have a bias about this, and then make sure that they take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt, right? But the rest of it you can be more objective of too.
Yeah, because let's see, how can I actually have something I can add to that. At least to that train of thought, I guess. Mm-hmm. A lot of you, the ones who know me from my YouTube work, I like the Tales games. And there is one that I absolutely hate, and I think it's terrible. And it's one that it was actually very, very popular. Not because it was particularly different than the others, but because it was essentially just a letdown in terms of story. Because I love the Tales games because of their story and their characters and yada, yada, yada. One of the ones that I absolutely hated, or the one that I absolutely hated, was called Tales of Graces, and specifically the one that I played was Tales of Graces F, which was basically like the big version, you know. It was the one that had all the additional mystic arts, more story, yada, yada, yada. Sure. And here was the thing. There are times in the Tales games, basically all of them, because it's a very standard JRPG where plucky teens set out to save the world against a thing, and then cool shit happens, yada yada. But in every single one of those games, up until Tales of Graces, it's handled with a level of gravity that is what drew me in. Sure. Where the characters take the threats very seriously, and there's effectively no power of friendship bullshit.
Right.
There's none of that. Where... you know, the day isn't saved by the power of friendship. It's saved by the logic that is established within the world, fighting, and, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So my problem with Tales of Graces is that at one point in the game, you reach a point where effectively a parasite, like a psychic parasite, has infected your best friend, and he is literally going to effectively the center of the planet.
Yeah.
And if the parasite gets into that area, it will leave your friend's body and possess the planet. And it will kill everything on it. Everything.
Okay.
Very bad situation. And in that situation, the characters are like, don't worry, he'll come back to us. I believe in him. And not even once do they even throw the idea out. It's like, okay, well, what if that doesn't happen? What if we do have to kill him? And it's not even addressed. It is a power of friendship moment.
Okay.
And it was pathetic.
Right,
it was terribly written. And so, because that was like the thing that the game was building up to for like 60 hours.
Yeah.
Where your friend is infected, you have to chase him all around and try to figure out how to get this thing out of him. And then it turns out it's going to go and do that and kill the entire planet. What the characters are doing is they are banking every single solitary living thing on the planet on the power of friendship.
Yeah. Okay.
That's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
the ridiculous.
Yes. And so I adore the Tales games. I love almost all of them. Every single one of them, except for that. So even though I am biased towards loving those games most of the time, that bias does not affect me in that way. If something is bullshit, I'm going to call it out as bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, as you should.
So bias in and of itself doesn't fully negate a person's opinion of a game, nor can it fully, not everybody's opinion of something.
Yeah.
Because I can think that things in 4E are stupid. Some things are stupid, but as the game as a whole is perfectly serviceable.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Just as much as 3 or 5 or 3.5.
No, your allegiance is binary.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. I'm either
and
0 or 1.
That's what people said.
I know. It's
Because I talked about that when I played Tales of Legendia. And they're like, oh, you can't not like it. It's Tales. It's like, no, I can absolutely hate it.
Oh, yeah. It's that thing of if you're not 100% devoted to product and series,
you're not a fan.
That
you're not a real fan.
Yeah, you're not a real fan.
Even though I've been playing those games literally all my life.
It's the same mentality that will unironically ask, do you like 4E or do you like 5E?
Yeah, exactly, right. And then I go,
I can like both.
Looks at the two and goes, they're the same.
Indeed.
No, corporate needs you to find the difference between these two photos.
Right, yes.
They're the same photo.
They're the same picture. By dedicated, I meant that the person is just going in with the intent of reaching their chosen conclusion from the beginning. Basically only bringing up the points that support what they want to say. So, okay, so this is the difference here, because I can want to get to the conclusion of you believing that 4E is a good game. That's what my goal is, but if I'm only bringing up the difference here is that if I'm only bringing up the things that support that, then I'm not
then
being
it's disingenuous.
Yes, I'm not being objective. I'm not even like I'm literally brushing over all the bad things that I would find, right? That's completely different than if I
just
were
being
to
biased.
Well, what I'm saying is that's completely different than if I were to go in and do both, right? And so I understand now what you're saying, and so that's my thing, because it sounded like you were a little more binary in that respect, right? But you're not. So
yes.
We
have smart fans.
That's true. We do. Why does the parasite want everything dead?
Fucking I can't remember.
Okay.
I think it was just like one of those things where it's like I am objectively evil. Or it was one of those things where it was like, I was abandoned as, I want to hurt everybody because I was hurt. It was one of those shitty stories.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah. I don't play it.
Yeah. No, I
if you
wasn't
want
going
to play a good Tales game, play Tales of the Abyss or watch it. It's incredible. It's one of the best in terms of story. If you want better combat, play Tales of Vesperia. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Also I remember a review of Tales of the Abyss where the guy said to play Graces to see it done right and didn't show any footage past Sheagle Woods.
Oh my god.
Means nothing to me, but sure.
That hurts me. Cheagle Woods was the second dungeon. About 15 minutes into the game.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yep.
That's okay. Well, that's weird. Good job, whoever. So let's see. The sales pitch was somewhat more useful since at least it was trying to present the aspects of the system that they were expecting to be appealing. That's true. Still, I need to know what actual weaknesses a system might have before I can know whether I want to spend money on the books. Of course, I would never download a copy of a book that I don't legally own, matey. Yarhar. That's right.
Of course not.
That's true. Sometimes
I'm a good law-abiding sailor.
That's right. I just do trades upon the sea.
I don't know if these goods are stolen or not. How am I supposed to know?
That's right. It's on the sea. I don't know. What am I supposed to?
There's no thieving on the sea.
They keep records.
How are you supposed to
here?
steal stuff?
That's right.
It's on the ocean. You can't steal stuff on water.
That's right.
It'll be all wet when you got it.
Exactly what I was thinking. But as was said, marketing and presentation were the big reasons for why 4E was met with so much hostility. What Boo said was accurate. Wizards of the Coast tried to draw gamers by emphasizing the game aspect of the system over the roleplay, which caused D&D's existing fans to feel betrayed. On top of that, rather than attempt to reconcile with their old fans, Wizards of the Coast just blew them off like they didn't matter. Also, they killed the OGL, which is the Open Game License, for that edition because Hasbro owned them and at that point and hates that kind of thing. And to top it all off, they tried to force gaming stores to pull any older edition contents off their shelves so that anyone looking to play D&D would have to buy 4E. Ooh.
Yep.
I'll admit,
scummy business tactic.
Yeah, I'll admit that it makes some amount of business sense to try and avoid competing with yourself, but doing that still pissed people off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's interesting because it's still all you, so no matter what, it's all profit.
Yeah, that's true. So
which doesn't make a damn bit of sense.
I would imagine it's because the older editions would sell for less, though.
I guess, but I mean,
just due to the depreciation of value, technically.
Yeah.
Though they could be like Nintendo and never put things on sale, so you never know.
Hey, they don't make PDFs, so
that's right. They make a site where you have to. Anyway, D&D Beyond, everybody. We'll never be sponsored by them, probably.
Oh no!
Oh God, no!
I don't really want to be.
I wouldn't want to be either.
Alejo, I have a specific weird request.
Okay.
If we ever get an offer to be sponsored by D&D Beyond, tell me so we can laugh about it together as you click decline.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. I will. 100%. It'll never happen.
No.
My purpose here isn't to say that 4E sucks and you shouldn't play it. I'm just saying that this is the real, actual reason why so many people rejected it. Yeah, that's fair.
I thank you for that context.
Yes.
I did not know any of that beforehand.
Yeah. It's what people are saying. I just, it's one of those things where I hear it a lot, but I don't, know.
Yeah.
Right? Because I didn't pay attention at the time and all that kind of shit. And
because until we actually really started looking into 4E, you guys basically only knew it by the memes.
Yes, absolutely. It was just the meme.
I was the only one who actually had any experience with it.
Yes, that's right. Not why they should, but why they did. Effectively, it was not so much that 4E was a bad system, but the people didn't want to give their money to Wizards of the Coast. But, humans being humans, I'm sure a lot of people ended up accepting anything said against 4E as true just because it validated their feelings, or it matched what they were supposed to think. So we've ended up with so many bad arguments against 4E that it's hard to find anything that makes a good faith effort at being fair. Well, I have found a couple of things that say in defense, so I'm hoping that at some point we can look at those.
And I mean, hell, 20 years from now, maybe we'll be playing 4E. So look forward to that.
Exactly.
If we're still alive at that point.
That's right.
Aiden.
Hey. Feeling awfully out of here.
Also, to be entirely fair, Wizards of the Coast's goal of bringing new people into the hobby was actually very much needed at the time.
Yes.
As much as some of us like to pride ourselves on being part of the elite original community, that community was actually in the process of bleeding out at that time. I can believe that, yeah. I mean, I'm sure it would have staggered on in some form, but without the infusion of new players that 4E and 5E brought in, the role-playing community would have been greatly diminished compared to what we have today. So Wizards of the Coast certainly wasn't wrong to pursue that strategy of expanding the market. It just would have been better for everyone all around if they had bothered to also show some respect to the older players at the same time.
Yeah.
Anyway, looking forward to seeing you react to Fatal, and said the cultist to the researcher.
Hell yeah.
Well, you know, it'll come about when I get the time to actually do it. At some point I will look into it. I promise you. I do promise you, because I will be the one to weather the storm of my sanity being depleted.
Yes.
Or your
dude, well, here's the thing. We regularly, semi-regularly, talk about Garibay. Your
true.
sanity is pretty high.
Yeah, it's fair. That's true. Okay, so that's comment.
By the way, Alejo and Boo, stick around for just a minute after the podcast. I have something to say to you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so that being said, hey, did you know that we have a Patreon?
And I donate money on it?
Well, yes, you can. Absolutely.
How much money?
Well, as much or as little as you want. Anywhere from $1 at tier 1 to $15 at tier 4. Wow. That's crazy. So hey, if you want to donate to it and have all your money go towards special clicky clacky math rocks that have our logo on it,
that you will receive.
That sounds an awful lot like it's catering to my addiction.
Well, you will receive a free set of dice.
So it's not technically free. You do have to donate, but
well, you know, it's just like, even if you do the $5 tier every month, it doesn't matter. That's tier 2 and up.
So what incentive do I have to donate every single one of my hard-earned dollary dues?
Well, that's no, that's not at all. Every single no, God, please get some food. Oh my God.
Con of 7, where are you?
But yes, so. If you'd like to, of course, there is no obligation here. It is totally up to you. Please do not feel pressured to do so. Even though we do have the incentives, they are just there to
incentivize, not to.
Yes.
Not there.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of us, I would feel comfortable saying, are just fine.
Yes.
We, like, memeing aside, we are not reliant upon you to, like, survive or anything.
No.
We are fine. Do not worry about us. Donate only if you enjoy this show.
Exactly.
Yes.
It just helps keep the content flowing and allows us to actually do more stuff like this to get, like, dice out to people, right? Like, and have that be a thing that we can sell to people. And give to the people that have been giving us money. So, you know, it's there, and we hope you enjoy.
Yes.
But that being said, this is a thank you to all of you who have been in the tier 4 and lower to tier 2, not the tier 1. There is no one at tier 1, first off. But second off, you wouldn't get a shout out.
So now, it goes, tier 1 is the lowest.
Yes, right? It is $1 at tier 1.
Okay.
And it's...
I realize it's kind of a stupid question.
No, you're good.
But...
No, absolutely. No, it's fair. It's fair. It's $1 at tier 1, $5 at tier 2, $10 at tier 3, and $15 at tier 4. Haven't added any other tiers above that, because
don't encourage
like,
con.
Well, right.
Don't
first
do it.
off, con. Second off,
do it.
I think Draco Kraken also said something at one point about going harder into it, and I was like, so
no.
You know, unless an overwhelming amount, like hundreds of people were like, hey, we want, you know, at that point I'd be like, okay, maybe. But like at
But
this
we'll
point,
never have that many people. So
Right.
haha.
Exactly. So, so I feel pretty confident in keeping it as is, and I don't want to feel scummy at the end of the day. Going,
Yes.
there's a tier that you pay like $25, and I'd be like, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything that would deserve that. Stop.
Yeah, enough.
Right. So anyway, so Con says, and I will.
God damn it.
So this
He's
is, of
always
course-
watching,
That's right.
just waiting to fucking in with the money.
That's right. So that being said, thank you to starting from the top here, Draco Kraken at tier 4. Thank you. Mog Zero at tier 4. Thank you. Rick, aka Unit Rico, at tier 4. Thank you as well. Slazer at tier 4. Thank you so much. Steely at tier 4. Thank you. Drake Cross at tier 3. Thank you as well. Chris at tier 2. Thank you. Frozen Spaghetti at tier 2. Thank you so much. Kill Chrono at tier 2. Thank you as well. And last but not least, Lux the Fiendish Fool at tier 2. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to join it, link is in the description. You can also find it on our website, which is also in the description, and also on other places on the channel that you can go in like the About section and shit. I haven't updated the website for a while. I apologize, but I will update it tomorrow, maybe.
Don't give a release date. Never do it.
That's true, but I did put a maybe at the end, so I'm kind of in the clear.
Yeah, there you go.
So other than that, there are other ways you could donate through the donation bot that's in the chat. There's also the link to the PayPal that you can just send money to on the website. There are many avenues if that is your desire. So I've made it accessible to you. But there is another way to get physical things in exchange for your goods and services. That's not right. Anyway,
There are goods and services you can get in exchange for
Dosh.
Yes,
That's right. So if you like our current logo, well, that's the only logo you can get, baby. It's over on TeePublic, and you can get it on a shirt or a mug or a notebook or whatever you want, and a percentage of it will go towards the artist who created it, the one who made our PFPs, except for Aiden's. We'll get a bit of it to go to the Dice Fund as well. But yeah, that's a thing. Link is also in the description. And finally, last but not least, the last link in the description that has anything to do with money is the fact that we are partnered with Humble Bundle. Very, very, very cool. If you want to help support the current fucking Ukrainian people that are in...
are they doing that now?
Yeah, there's a support humanitarian relief with our Stand With Ukraine bundle. That's a thing.
That's good.
Obviously, there's other bundles that you can get.
By the way, Alejo, did you see the thing in Mork, the 922 games bundle?
I had already bought the bundle, so I
Okay.
didn't see it in there. But that might be a different bundle then. Was it the one on Humble, or is it?
No.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't see that.
I believe she put it in gaming.
Okay, I'll go find it. I can dig.
Yes. Itch.io.
Oh, okay, cool. So anyway, Humble has a bunch of different bundles that you can get, as well as just a store that you can go on and buy games through and donate to charities with, and you can set amounts, and if you want to, you can set amounts to give to us if you use the link in the description. That will just let you browse the site, and once you actually go to buy something, it'll also help support us. Even if you don't change any sliders or anything, we'll just get a little bit. And every bit helps go towards the Dice Fund, so it's another way to do it. And we also help support Tabletop Alliance. Link is also in the description for you to go and check to see how they help the communities that they help with tabletop stuff. that's it for all of the shilling and shit. So thank you for listening to all of that. I did want to actually say one thing that I don't know. Maybe you guys have also heard this, but it was because Ukraine came up and my brain thought about it. There's a way that people are actually supporting people in the Ukraine by buying Airbnbs and just buying them, right? Like buying days with them and not going, right? Because it's, but they're just giving them money.
Just giving them money.
Yeah, it's really cool actually. I didn't know that was the thing that people were doing, and that was just another way that they were helping out, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's it for today. I think enough of our minds have melted together.
Yes.
I think I feel like soup, and that's about it. So
yeah.
Thank you. And
thank you very much for coming to watch and listen. And next, do we have a session coming up on Thursday, or how are we feeling?
This Thursday,
I should be good.
Yeah, I will be good as well.
Oh,
don't you have a thing?
Yes, I will be good.
Okay, yeah, okay. But anyway,
yeah, that's at 7 though.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, if you want to see some live Devils and Dice, tune in on Thursday. As long as that continues to be the case, we'll see. It is subject to change. If
it's very fluctual.
Yes. So
fluctual.
Yeah, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
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 Good.
Get out of here, please. Unless you're donating money.
Oh my god.
Then you can stay.
Yeah, then you can stay.
Well.